join us this morning pretty early 7 o'clock hour. He'll join us and we'll get into everything with him. He's got a really interesting one. So he's got Cam Ward's 3 preseason games on TV. So we get caught up with Cam and the Tennessee Titans. Then on top of that, I don't know if you saw this, Woody, his CBS team that he's working with this year has our first 2 games. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of them. He's got the Colts game on the road and the Patriots game at Hard Rock Stadium. So we'll be talking to Charles Davis.
That's good news, by the way. I did not know that. That's good news.
No. So Charles Davis,
he's the best on TV. I really enjoy his analysis.
I just
he also happens to be a really nice guy.
He's just a really good dude.
That kind of helps too.
He's really a good guy. You're exactly right. So we'll have that. By the way, got it. We're going to talk to you a little bit about UM and practice yesterday. Woody and I, we get the good seats out there. I'm not going to lie. We get the good seats, standing next to the coach in the middle of the field. No one else has ever done that, ever. It's unbelievable.
Makes you feel pretty cool for a little bit there, right?
Well,
you could say yes. It is kind of cool. I think it's really cool.
It is cool to do. Like, look at nobody else.
They take great care of us.
A zillion years outside of being a player, I've never been in that spot, to be honest. I mean, I have never at any level. I've had high school coaches say, come on out and do it, but never in all the years with the Dolphins has somebody said, hey, you and Jimmy, you guys want to come out and we'll talk. That's never happened. So it's really cool. Mario does that with us and has been great. I know everybody wants to know because I was getting calls like, hey, I heard you guys out there. Everybody want to know who looked good.
By the way, so I went back to the building afterwards for the meeting, and I must have had 5 people come up to me. They go, how'd Carson Beck look?
Yeah.
Is he going to be good?
Carson can throw it. Carson Beck can throw it.
He's not a concern, though, right? Like, there's other things that I would be more into if I was, right? I just don't think like he's a concern. He's going to be good.
He's
not Cam Ward.
No, he's not Cam Ward.
The fact that he's not Cam Ward and that he's going to be good.
He's got to really look at. There's a reason that everybody, in the years, and he was Georgia's quarterback, and he's down here, and he's healthy, and he's on a mission, and but I'm going to tell you something today, just from my eyeballs yesterday, that the 2 guys. And listen, everybody in these kind of practices has good and bad plays everywhere. No matter what level at, sometimes one guy has a good play, and I can't do every guy that had just one good play. But Woody, for me, the 2 guys that stood out. Now, I didn't watch a lot of the O&D line play. I was going around watching the quarterbacks and receivers and the secondary. That was what I was really curious about. So I thought, my eyeballs told me the 2 best receivers yesterday. I've never said this before. Malachi Toney and Joshua Moore. You're going, okay. Well, they're true freshmen. They are both true freshmen. Here for spring, graduated early. And Malachi Toney down the middle came up with some plays. And the second thing I noticed, besides how physical the practices are, and that's Mario's thing, is always to be physical with the big guys. He loves big guys, and they got a bunch of big dudes on that team, was aggressiveness of the secondary. They were ball hawks, man. And they had a few drops, but they run around. That secondary has got, and again, just practice. But they're running around, and it looked real aggressive. Great jump on the ball. Saw some great plays that were made yesterday by the secondary. So, hey, man, I thought it was good. And overall, it just looks like it looks a lot better than it did from a year ago. And saying that, offense is not going to be what it was last year. I mean, it was the number 1 offense in college football. Not top 50, it was number 1. And
I know they're high on those running backs, Joe, but I couldn't agree with you more. The secondary was all over the place yesterday.
All over the place.
And that, by the way, you talk about areas that like would be a concern, especially after last season, right? The secondary got carved up late last season. So to see them playing that way, I think the defense is going to shock a lot of people. They're going to be really good.
I don't know if it's shock because he upgraded with
That's true.
the
He
transfer portal.
yeah.
So I don't and listen,
Would be an upgrade from last season.
The hardcore fans know the names
Yeah.
and listen, they got a couple SEC guys. They got one of the top guys from a smaller school at safety in Poyser. They've got Frederic coming back, who is really good, true freshman from St. Thomas, now going to be a sophomore. They got some guys coming back from injury that were really good. People really, really liked a lot. So they got a lot of guys. And, of course, the guy from Wisconsin should be the number one guy that everybody talks about and how important he's going to be out there. So they got a lot of guys, man. They fly around. They got it looked good. Hey, man, that's why I just went, okay. And I could tell Mario felt better about schemes and what they're doing and everything. And, hey, look, they coach them hard. They coach them hard for 2 hours or whatever the practice was. They get after it.
I like watching Jason Taylor coach, by the way. I don't know about you, but he is like he must have been that intense as a player because he's all over the field, man.
You know it.
I
that's how he was.
I love watching him coach.
He gets after it.
I stood with DBJ and I watched those linemen, D-line, O-line. I was watching that for a while.
I got to tell you, the guy coaching the guys inside,
yeah,
he gets after him too. And he gets, No, you got a lot of.
It's a well-coached team, but it is amazing when you take a step back, Joe. You think about what Miami was before this regime took over, and we're talking about now. We're talking about the playoff, right? Being the expectation for the team.
Oh yeah, when you're 10 in the country,
to go from what it was to what it is now in that amount of time is truly impressive.
Well, I know
you can do it quicker now.
Yes, that's all. That's all. But I appreciate what you're saying. I do, and I know you're fired up, and you should be. Joe starts at the top with the president. There's got to be a commitment, and there is.
How great is he?
He's like by himself.
Yep.
He's by himself. Goes out in that suit and stands out in that heat to watch practice, and then had a full day of doing stuff in the other parts of the university. He's got to run the health system.
It was hot out there yesterday too.
Runs the academics, got the whole deal. Yeah, no, he looks good. He looked good, and everything else. So it was a great day out there. Couldn't thank Dan Radakovich enough, and Mario. Then we were with a guy I worked with for a long time, Tom Yamas, out there from NBC yesterday. He's a rock star out there, man. Everybody wanted a picture. I didn't even know I worked with Tom Yamas. I didn't even know he went to Berlin High School. Had absolutely no idea. The number one dude at NBC News now. Unbelievable.
You know he's popular, and Victor Bermudez comes running over. He got a picture.
Well, yeah, but you can't go by Vic. Vic gets a picture. He's got that list of people that.
He may be more of a picture guy than me.
Yeah, Vic.
He's really.
If Josh Allen. So the only question is those two brothers or
the Paul brothers, yeah.
Yeah, the Paul brothers or Josh Allen. Who would he sprint to first if he had to make a decision? They are at different ends.
I'd throw Canelo in the mix, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mexican meat, no question. No, that's a good one. So if you put the two brothers, Canelo in the middle, and you went Josh Allen at the other end, where would our boy Vic go first? Is he up or am I wasting this stuff? I might be wasting.
He's got that big fight coming up, by the way. Canelo. He's fighting Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
It's actually could be an entertaining
That's going to be a
fight.
good one. Hey, we got some Dolphin stuff to get to here today. We've got a lot of other Marlins, by the way, last night. Listen, they're going to lose games, but when they're up 6-2 through 5, man, I literally was going, hey, they're going back to 500 again, and end up losing that game. Had a 6-2 lead through 5, end up losing 8-6. 4 more games coming up with Atlanta, including making up a couple of games tomorrow because they got doubleheader with the Atlanta Braves, as they got to make up some games here from earlier problems, and that's when we start getting our doubleheaders in here to get it all in. We got a lot more stuff to get to here, including what you can expect with the Miami Dolphins. They got a practice today against the Bears, and then Sunday, of course, they'll have the preseason game. And so Omar sent me something last night, and
this can't be good.
No, it was on this whole thing about. I didn't read the article yet at the Miami Herald, but it was about Mike, and he wants open competition. And But he still missed the whole thing I was talking about. Go to Anthony Weaver. Why are you going to head coach that runs the offense? He oversees the team. He is responsible for the team, but he's not telling at this point. Anthony Weaver's got enough stripes. I don't believe Mike's telling Anthony Weaver who to play. I don't believe it. If you get a brand new guy that's just glad to be there and he just got the job and he's new in the league, but I get that. Maybe you're a little more involved and go, hey, what about this or that? And the guy goes, yeah, whatever. Anthony Weaver has got a really good really good reputation as a coordinator.
Yeah, obviously
And
Tyreek Hill's the one that's telling him who to play.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And then the second thing with this is he's so worried about who's starting and why isn't this guy getting a chance? First of all, it's early in camp. Second of all, they rotate guys. In a perfect situation, they'd like a third or fourth guy to be good enough to rotate them in so you don't have to play guys so much because it's not just about the first and second game. It's about weeks 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, I'm not defending anybody that, they got enough of their problems, but that's not one of them. Isn't there a song about that? We got a lot of problems, but that's not one of them.
99 problems.
There you go.
Omar got you, man. You
Well,
went on a whole rant
he
yesterday.
sent me something,
about,
man.
Yeah, I mean, I know you called me after. You went on a whole rant yesterday about how the depth chart, like these guys shouldn't be caring and all this. And
I don't think it's important to you.
No, but
he's got a depth chart out with like
as a
7 of the
writer,
guys
yeah.
are IR.
I know, but if you're a writer, yeah, of course.
No, they have to write stuff. I agree.
I'm excited for Sunday, man. I want to see what it looks like.
No, it's gonna be an important one. We'll talk about some of the folks that it's gonna be a big one for. And I'll start real easy one. Always to me, preseason starts with your draft class. Starts with 1 to 7, man. It's time to get better. You started off, a couple of you guys started off nice. A lot of you guys fighting injury or just kind of fitting in, but we're not talking about you. We need to Sunday at 1:00. We need you to jump off the screen a couple of times, right? Want to hear their names. Want to hear your name a little bit out there. Get noticed, man. Hey, somebody else getting noticed every day is your South Florida Chevy dealers. Got to tell you, man, it's never been better than right now with your South Florida Chevy dealers. I always love Friday because I know you start looking Friday. You go, hey, honey, come on, let's go out Friday evening or Saturday or Sunday. Let's go out and start looking around. We need to get a new SUV. We got to get something new for the family. Some of you, hey, right now, and I get not everybody needs a big Tahoe or Suburban. They are roomy, though, man. I sitting there and nobody else is ever in my Tahoe. My wife occasionally for a date night, but outside of that, it's Joe Tahoe by myself, man. I love my 2025 Tahoe. And the Suburbans are just unbelievable, man. So much room. Room's important to you and your family for sports and getting around every day. And you got a big family, extended family. Hey, man, they're perfect. But let's get to the midsize, like the all-new WQAM. We, for the first time, we're going sports talk on FM. It is huge with a big, big signal with the 104.3 from the Keys up to Jupiter. And Woody, I've kind of asked if everybody would, if somebody's up there. I'd like to know if that's true, because last night I go, oh, did I hear Claudia say, our boss said, she said Jupiter. That's
You want to take a drive up to Jupiter?
No, I'm not today.
Maybe
I'm going
see
to
Derek
fly
Jeter?
out to Chicago, but
Oh.
no, and kiss my ass, man, for saying that. Like you never stop.
By the
I'm
way,
going to
didn't they
start
tell
taking
you're
old
supposed
jabs
to
at
be- You're
you.
supposed to be nicer now that we've switched over.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be nicer.
Anyway, you bring out the worst in me. There's
I'm
no
sorry,
question.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so anybody up there, I was like, yeah, would you do me a favor and go to 104.3 and let me know. I'm just curious. First time in 35 years. I haven't been on AM radio, only on AM radio, but FM starting today. So if you get a chance, love to hear from you on the text machine.
Absolutely. And nothing's changed, by the way. The text is still the same, 305-567-0560. We're still we're streaming the show video,
Yeah.
right, on YouTube
Yep.
or Twitter at Joe Rocha. Nothing's really changed here, so.
All right, so
Yeah.
but boy, I'll tell you what, everybody got it. Somebody must have opened their mouth a little bit, because Woody, you literally called me, and then the next thing I know, I see it all over everywhere, and people are calling me within minutes.
Well, it was big news, and someone said reception from 954 here. Reception is 110% better on FM in Palm Beach.
Great.
There you go.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, can't wait to get up there, man. I hope we get to go up there and do some events and get to some places up there. As
Boca's calling us, man.
Boca,
Yeah.
West Palm,
Yeah.
North Palm Beach.
Have
good
you
stuff.
Been to West Palm lately, by the way? They got a lot going on down there, man.
Oh, man, I think
their downtown area.
I believe Stephen Ross bought half of Palm Beach. He's building everything up there.
Yeah,
I think that's the new thing, right? Didn't he come out
like
months ago? He goes, "All right, the new hot spot is Palm Beach. I just bought a whole bunch of property for everything." So
Hope Sound here says hear you loud and clear on 104.3.
thank you. Nice to have you. They put a name on that. I give them a shout out.
No, they did not. 754 area code.
Okay.
No
Wow.
name.
It's great stuff. Well, listen, man, it's great to have you, and I'm glad, because through the years, like 560, man, I was listening, but it was in and out. It was hard. I finally had to change it. I look at, man, it's AM radio, and it doesn't have an FM signal to it. Like I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do. I got to tell you, all my buddies in the FM world have already called me last night and texted me this morning going, dude, that is a game changer, 104.3. That is a big, strong signal. So, hey, man, I did not even know, and so that's the deal. By the way, last night I had an event at Hard Rock Stadium with 1,800 tequila, and I had to try the product a few times last night. So, real nice event. Wanted to thank the folks from 1,800. It was a lot of fun, real good time with the people there. A lot of Dolphin fans there last night, and so a lot of good stuff. Hey,
we got someone listening in Vero Beach.
Come on,
they said it's a little spotty, but they got us in Vero Beach. That's
Vero
far,
Beach.
Man.
That's going to the.
It's like almost Orlando, isn't it?
Yeah, is Vero Beach?
We
isn't that
passed it on the way to Disney?
I believe Vero Beach is that old Dodger Town used to be Vero Beach. Is that?
That'd be more of a question for you.
Yeah, Dodger Town. So the Dodgers at one point,
did they used to?
They had it up there, and the Saints, that's where they used to have their camp. Can you imagine that? The Dodgers and Saints. You could not make that up. And so we go up there. Shoes is good friends with Coach Phillips and the old cowboy hat, and we go at it up there with scrimmages, rookie scrimmage, and then a veteran scrimmage before we got to preseason. No, we weren't worried about resting guys back then, Woody. They loaded up the rookies and with extra players and the veterans, and boy, you had a lot of guys. Those lines were long before you got a rep in there during that time. Hey, speaking
there
of,
you go, Joe, up in Boynton Beach. Sounds so clear. He says I can hear the size of Joe's ginormous head.
Here, let me
From
do this.
Clint.
Hold on. Just hit my head against the mic for that. That was for that.
Vero Beach is north of Fort Pierce. We're going to learn our geography here.
Grow is way up there. That's why I was
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
Yeah, it is up there.
Got someone checking in from Jupiter.
Wow. We're even up there.
Big Mike's listening in New York.
Hey, by the way, Big Mike. Listen, I'm going to be seeing Big Mike
We
here
don't
pretty
reach New
soon.
York.
Yeah, Big Mike. Big Mike comes out and sees us, spend a little time with me at the hotel. And when we're in town for that.
We got another town on here, Joe. New Smyrna Beach.
They can hear us?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to say, oh, we're in Jacksonville. You're coming in clear. Went to Jags practice. I can hear you.
You're going to take over the Orlando market now.
That's wild, man. I don't do this, but I don't like go to a certain area to like somebody will complain, or I did on one. I don't want to get in. I was thinking about making a change here a few years ago, and I wanted to hear the signal, and it was like, okay, it was a weekend. I took my wife, and I wanted to see how far we go. It was bad. And so that's the only way. So I was curious today. I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. I'm just curious. Not for Dade and Broward folks. They get the AM thing and maybe not changing. But I was curious about 104.3 FM. It's one thing my boss, and bosses sometimes they kind of add a little more onto the story. She goes, no, it's from the Keys to Jupiter. And I went, okay. That's what I was thinking. Claudia was saying, I didn't say it to her face, but I was going, yeah, right. I was thinking.
Wellington
just
right. Checked in.
Wellington, okay.
Nice, man.
Equestrian
cool.
place. Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. It's good to hear. Good to hear that stuff. And by the way, we appreciate it. Always wondering if you want to put your name on there. I do appreciate everybody that's up there. And
that said loud and clear from Albany. I guess that's the app. Are you still on YouTube? Yes, we are still on YouTube. Jamie over here is helping us out with that.
We're out, though. We go in and out on that.
Is it out right now?
Yeah, we got some.
Is that my fault? Did I screw that up?
No. Nobody's fault today, Woody. Hey, by the way, we got some other stuff here real quickly, too. So the Dolphins getting ready for this practice, and they're going to have a lot of guys out. Guys that have been banged up or missed practice aren't all of a sudden going to jump out there and practice against the Chicago Bears or play in a Chicago Bears game Sunday at 1:00. It's not going to happen. But there are things that I'm interested in. Aaron Brewer's not going to play a lot. He's just coming back from injury. And Andrew Meyer, rookie free agent center from a year ago. They really like him. He's out. He got hurt a couple days ago. He's not going to be out there. So now, you know where I'm going with this. We're getting down to the lean and mean of a third and fourth center playing in this game. And it may be a guy that's been playing guard that now all of a sudden's got a couple of days to learn to snap and is going to have to play a lot of football today as well as Sunday. They'll play with the 2s and the 3s. And that leads me to the guys that take the snap. Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers. I'm guessing when we come in here Monday morning, if I get back on my flight Sunday night, we're going to be talking a lot about Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers and how they look. And I don't think they're going to be throwing it down the field a lot, but they're going to be throwing, you're going to be looking to see how they handle everything. And are they running for their life? Does the offensive line give them a little bit of time and a chance to be successful? And then the other thing I said before, look at, man, for me, preseason about draft picks. We know you've looked at the roster. We need our draft picks. We need them to play a lot of football. We should, CBS and Bo and Goldie doing the broadcast, they need to be talking about all our top picks, all of them. And they're going to play a lot, the whole group. And some of the guys been a little quiet here recently. If you've noticed when they do the who's hot and who's not, and up and down, and who's trending up and who's trending down and all that stuff. So, yeah, this draft class, this will be a chance for them to kind of jump out there and get going. And then I want to throw out two names. Keon Smith, who's now been here a long time. We got to find out if he can play. Now, he was injured last year. And I know he's a guard, he's a tackle, it's time. Like, if you can play in this league, we need to find out here over the next couple weeks. And the other guy they got from Chicago, Larry Borum. They're saying you can play guard. They're saying you can play tackle. We want to find out. We want to see it. We need to start seeing it on a more consistent basis right now. All right. We got to go to break. We got to, excuse me, a lot. Boy,
Real quick, Joe.
I did a lot of yapping
Good
last
morning
night
to
too.
Martin County.
Yeah, what's going
Martin
on?
County just checked in. They said the AM is spotty. They hear us loud and clear.
Okay. Martin County.
Someone just said Finland, loud and clear. Atlanta checking in loud and clear.
Yeah. We got some. So somebody from Northern California, is we going to get that pretty soon?
Reza just checked in. He said, "This is crazy. I'm in a dead zone. I work in Boca. You guys are not only coming through, but you are loud and clear." Good morning,
Well, how
Reza.
about that? Good morning, man, and thank you. All right.
Another Martin County, man. Martin County is checking in.
Really?
Derek, God, I'm sorry. I say it was Derek from Jupiter. The guy said, "This is Derek Jeter in Jupiter."
Yeah.
Waiting to come see you, but you're loud and clear.
Derek Jeter. You guys aren't going to let that go. I got stood up by Derek Jeter. It's fine. I'm over it.
I'm sorry. I
didn't think he was very good at what he did here. Great shortstop for the Yankees.
We can all agree on that, Joe.
But yeah, I did go up to thinking
He's
I
good
was
on TV though.
I was going to spend a little time with him, and I got to spend time out in the right field bleachers.
Richmond, Virginia, loud and clear. Good morning. Hey, man, I tell you, it is cool that all these places are listening to us.
No, man, we always
wherever our Dolphin
fans
are
listen,
at,
and there's some great fans, and some of them come down. I tell you what, I've been amazed when I go to practice on the weekends how many people come down to see a practice. They're going to go to a game, but they want to come down and see the team play by themselves. Come down, or husband and wife I met came down to watch a practice and go to a Marlins game too. I should throw. They were doing the whole former South Florida folks and wanted to see the whole thing. All right, Atlantic Men's Clinic. I got to tell you, for no matter where you are, if you're going through it right now, low T hits every man out. There's nothing you can do about it.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right.
Before we get back to the show here, I want to let you know if you'd like to see the Zach Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas this December, it is easy to enter. You log on to the Odyssey app and listen to WQAM for 1 hour. For more chances, listen every day. You'll have a chance to win. Winner will receive round-trip airfare to Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Odyssey app now. This is a national contest. For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zach. And a special thanks to Messina Touring Group, Joe.
All right. Woody, good luck with everything on that long shot of winning that trip.
At least you have a shot. A lot of people checking in this morning, by the way.
Yeah.
You did good, man. You got everyone.
Well, listen, I've only done it once, and I don't want to get into my personal story. I need to give my personal stories a rest. I'm going to get myself literally.
Yeah.
It'll be a lonely world here pretty soon if I keep please stop me. Even if you go, that story was great, just tell me to please shut up so that I don't continue to get in trouble. But before we do get back, how about the Chargers? We talk about don't lose key guys. They lose Rashawn Slater, one of the best tackles in football.
Yeah. I think they just gave him some money too.
They did. And they loaded up, by the way. Now, you saw what they did. In 2 drafts, they took offensive tackles who are both really, really good players. And so they thought, we got our bookends, man. We're in great shape to protect Justin Herbert and get this passing game. Well, they lose a big one. And now you talk about a handful of positions. And obviously you don't want to lose guys you pay a lot of money because they're really good. And, boy, that Rashawn Slater for the Chargers, one of the teams there in that second tier of AFC playoff teams, in my opinion. That's a big loss. And by the way, the other one is this Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones thing. And the reason I bring it up, not that we sit and talk about the Colts, it's the first game for the Miami Dolphins once they count on the road. And he got hit last night. He took a shot. I thought literally it would have been ribs or something of the shot he took. Did you see the hit?
Yeah, I saw the hit. His finger snapped in half. This is why the preseason is just, oh man.
Well, it's
dicey,
not about
dude.
It's not about that. I'm just talking about this guy's always hurt.
Yeah, I know. But I was just gonna say it's not his fault necessarily that time, but
yeah, but you got to see that it's the front side. I mean, it wasn't backside. Got hit from the front. Now somebody obviously messed up, or he should know that it's a blitz breakoff. Get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
You got an unblocked guy. You go, okay, unblocked guy. I need to get rid of the ball. Where's my outlet receiver?
I don't think he's very good, so I don't know where you are on him.
Well, he's really athletic.
I understand.
He got, you know what? It's funny. When he came out of Florida, Anthony Richardson, the first thing Nat Moore, I said, hey, Nat, because he's a Gator. So now what do you think? He goes, he needs another year, man. He said he's a talented guy, but he said he's not ready for the NFL just because he can run fast. He's got a big arm. I mean, he could do things physically. I don't know if you remember any of his workouts he did. Like, he'd kneel down at the 60-yard or something stupid, right? And most guys can't throw, running and letting it launch. And he just said he was, and it's true. He just looks like he's years behind mentally with the game and doesn't take hits well for a big guy. He's a big athlete. Again, he's one of the great athletes at that position. He got drafted that high on potential. And a lot of people across the board said that guy needs another year at Florida. And he didn't do it. And I don't blame him. Somebody tells you you're going to be a high first-round pick, Woody. What do? Do you say, no, I need the work?
You go.
You go.
All day, every day.
Yeah, I'd have told him, if Anthony Richardson was my son.
Yep.
Hey, Anthony Richardson, Joe Rose, hey, you need to turn pro. We'll worry about your experience there. Let them get you ready.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't know if I could disagree with that, with what Nat was saying, but yeah, I think the NFL game's so much different, right? Just because a guy doesn't get it in college, doesn't click in college, we've seen a lot of those guys come in to the pros and play really, really, really well, right?
You know what's funny? It's Woody. It's not everybody, and I know when I say this, people are going to go looking for a guy that hasn't. But I think of the guy playing in Washington right now. He played a lot of college football. he played a lot. And going, well, he played LSU. What he no, he played before that. He was out in Arizona State. He played a lot of college games. And you look at some of these guys, and it's great to get a talented 20-year-old or 21-year-old. I do think experience, obviously going in the right system and getting a coach that can help you develop quickly is important. But
how about Cam Ward? That guy played a ton of college ball.
Cam Ward played a lot of games, didn't he?
Yeah.
And at all different levels. I'm sure when he started in San Antonio, it wasn't great competition with Division III school or whatever it was. And then Washington State.
Look, man, there are guys that tear it up in college that can't play at all in the pros. Guys that aren't great in college that somehow figure out how to play in the pros.
Well, I can tell you this. The Colts they weren't when they drafted Anthony Richardson going in year 3 or 4 or whatever. Year 3? Going, yeah, we're going to have to open the competition. I mean, that's a shot at you right there. They had to bring in Daniel Jones, who's had his own demons. He hasn't exactly tore it up playing with the Giants. They cut him halfway through. We've seen enough. That's never good. And I think Daniel Jones is going to start against the Miami Dolphins here in a month, a little more than a month.
You don't think they go back to the other guy?
You just can't count on him, can you? Make him the backup? I don't know. But anyway, hey, the other thing I had about last night, I'll tell you one guy that played well last night, and I know nobody was showing defenses. Joe Burrow, 9 for 10, 2 touchdowns, 123 yards, and Jamar Chase, yes, he played too. 2 of the highest paid guys at their position, 4 for 77 and a touchdown. Just took that little out route and turned it up and got himself
That's
a
the best
nice
combo
touchdown.
in football, right?
Pretty good.
Best?
Yes.
Yep.
Pretty darn good.
Where
are those guys?
Joe Burrow thing we were doing the other day. I heard driving in this morning, they were doing the Joe Burrow. Is he as good as Lamar Jackson? Not as good? Like, is he in that conversation?
The only thing to me Joe can't do that Lamar and Josh can do a lot better.
Take a hit.
Take a run.
Yeah.
Take off and go.
He's had his injury issues, though.
Take off. Yeah, you're right. He has.
But he is a special player, no question.
Where does Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in the fantasy football world? They first-round picks?
Joe Burrow, you could pass on for a while. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about him. Jamar Chase, I assume.
That's potentially 40. That's 40 touchdowns, though, for your team.
I know. But you tend to take these quarterbacks a little later on in the thing. But, yeah, Jamar Chase, I assume, is like 1 right up there.
So where's Josh Allen and Lamar? You're getting 600, 700, 800 yards plus touchdowns.
But they do what you just said. Right? They run. That's the problem. Like, those guys run, so it's different. Like, running is better than throwing for fantasy.
Well, that's what Lamar does.
I know. That's why Lamar and Josh you could pick in, like, the 2nd round, 3rd round.
So nobody takes a quarterback in the 1st round?
No.
I got to get back in this. No.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't say
I guess if you do, everybody.
Depends, I shouldn't say that. It depends how your league scores stuff.
So you're telling me, though, in most of these leagues, if I was to come in, hey, Joe's a new guy in our league, he's going to have the 10th pick, and everybody goes, and I take a quarterback, they go, what a dumbass. I can't believe that guy's taking a quarterback. You don't know how this works.
Well, everyone scores differently, but usually it's like 1 point for every 25 yards of passing and then 4 points for a passing touchdown.
Oh.
So obviously rushing, you get 1 point for every 10 yards, and then you get 6 for the touchdown.
So you're telling me quarterback's important everywhere except fantasy football, basically.
Yeah.
In real life,
you can survive with a mediocre quarterback in fantasy.
Okay. I got you. Well, were you surprised, though, that Joe Burrow is important to that team? He and Jamar Chase played as much as they did? I mean,
I don't know what these teams are doing playing these guys. I have no idea.
Get rid of the ball quickly.
Like, if they rolled Tua out there on Sunday, I mean, like, what would they be thinking? I just don't like playing your starters.
So the thing I would say is, I'm guessing it's all a short passing game if he plays. Get rid of the ball quickly and run the ball. And do not take a hit. There's no reason to take a hit. Even if some guy blitzes you on 3rd down, you drop, even if it looks like you took out the coward card. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm guessing they told Anthony Richardson that last night.
He never had a chance,
man. I know, but, like, that's why, like, you can't play 2 in the preseason. You just can't. he gets hurt in the preseason, do you realize what the?
I do.
Oh my God!
I had a chance to see what it looked like last year.
I know, but if it happens in the preseason, jeez.
I
did see Buffalo game.
I did get to see it. Hey, 7:00 hour is coming up. Charles Davis going to join us at 7:15 from CBS, color analyst on CBS. And besides that, Charles is doing the Tennessee Titan preseason games on TV as well. So we'll catch up on my man Cam Ward. What going to be fun to watch and see what kind of year he has. I haven't really looked at his weapons, but anyway, it'll be fun to see how he plays as a first overall pick this year. Hey, hurricane season, man. You know, protect your home with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. I'm going to keep saying it because I don't want anybody out there going, well, I would like to get the hurricane windows and impact windows and doors. I'd like to have that. Matter of fact, my roof is kind of leaky right now. I'd like to get a new one, but we're going to try to wait another year. Well, hey, man, replace your old roof now. You can pay later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality, quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on our legendary state-of-the-art Impact windows and doors. Impact windows as low as $3 per window per month installed. So you don't have to wait. They cover all of South Florida. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, that's LoctiteImpact.com. Or you can call 954-500-LOCK. Now, I tell you that because I've been down there and met with all the guys down there. And I'm just going to tell you, when you call, they got a staff of knowledgeable people that can answer all your questions and get the process started for you. Protect your home today with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Edmore Sawgrass Buick GMC's entire inventory is on sale and all backed by Morse. Click EdmoreSawgrassBuickGMC.com to start shopping. GMC, we are professional grade. Hey, if you're listening to us on WQAM AM, switch to WQAM FM now. We're right there at 104.3 on the FM side. All the shows, all the games, all the excitement, all the hilarity, and all the unexpected moments. Tune in now to WQAM FM at 104.3. Talk to you there.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shed.
Injured on the job? Under Florida law, you may be entitled to medical care, lost wages, even a lump sum settlement. But act fast. Claims must be filed within 30 days. Call 877-854-4442 or visit PayerLawGroup.com. It pays to call Payer. Offices in Dayton, Broward. Florida PFL returns to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood on Thursday, August 21st with the PFL World Tournament Finals. And 3 titles are on the line. 2 of the world's best middleweights look to capture their first MMA world title. As the assassin Fabian Edwards takes on rising star Dalton Ross. Plus, Antonio Carlos Jr. looks to become a 2-time PFL champion. He steps into the cage versus the dynamic and dangerous Sullivan Collie. Don't miss your chance to experience the action live August 21st. Visit PFLMMA.com/schedule for more info.
Hi, Joe Zagacki here for Williamson Cadillac. Get the most out of the South Florida lifestyle in a new Cadillac from Williamson Cadillac. New models are arriving daily at Williamson. This means Williamson Cadillac is sure to have the new vehicle you're looking for. The CT4, CT5, XT5, XT6, and the new all-electric Lyriq. Get the most out of the South Florida lifestyle in a new Cadillac from your luxury dealership located on US 1 just south of the Palmetto. Williamson Cadillac. Williamson is Miami.
Oh, let's go!
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey, more like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Huge argument in my house every single day. Do you want it cold or colder? Chill Zone Air Conditioning. It's super hard to find somebody reliable that can do a good job, and they're family owned. They serve Dade and Broward County.
The number one Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Starting with the Marlins, who gave up a 6-2 lead following to the Braves 8-6. Game 2 of the 5-game series is tonight with the first pitch at 7:15 from Truist Park. Over to the Dolphins, who are in Chicago for a joint practice with the Bears. The teams will then meet on Sunday in the preseason opener. And last night, Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson didn't make it through the first quarter. He broke his pinky. The Dolphins open the regular season on the road in Indianapolis. And the Canes will return to camp today in Coral Gables. Miami opens up the season 3 weeks from Sunday when they host Notre Dame in a top 10 matchup. All the Canes games can be heard right here on WQAM. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
In the beginning, 102 years ago, WQAM was your great-great-grandfather's radio station. News, weather, entertainment, a trusted friend. Then came upgrade number 1, the 1960s. Top 40. WQAM was Tiger Radio, playing the hits, the music of peace and love. Upgrade number 2. The 1990s. Sports. Legends like Jim Mandich and Hank Goldberg. Would South Florida care that much about sports? Yes, they did. Now, more than 30 years later, here we are, still talking sports, broadcasting the games of your favorite teams. Perfect timing for upgrade number 3. Now, no more crackling during thunderstorms. No more static. FM, baby. WQAM is now on FM 104.3, 100,000-watt flamethrower from north of Jupiter down to the Keys. WQAM is now truly Miami's and South Florida's sports leader. The iconic Joe Rose in the mornings, Tobin and Leroy in middays, the irreverent Hawk Crowder and Solana in the afternoons. Home of the Miami Heat, home of Miami Hurricanes football and basketball. Dolphins coverage every day. Plus, game day uncensored on game days. 100,000 watts. FM 104.3 WQAM. Epic. Delivering the same great sports talk, the same thrill of the game, and the most powerful and iconic name in South Florida sports. 104.3 WQAM, Miami's sports leader. FM 104.3 WQAM. We're here, baby. We're here. Let's go.
All right, and welcome back. There you have it. Can't say any better than the voice right there. 104.3 FM WQAM. First time after 30-something years on 560 AM. The sports talk is going to 104.3 FM, which is a lot stronger signal, as you heard, from Jupiter down to the Keys. So never had that.
Isla Mirada just checked in. Key Largo. Loud and clear in the car.
Good?
Yep.
That's good. That means Dave Hyde, who's down there a lot, between Jimmy Johnson.
I know you're big down there.
Yeah, no, I love going down there. I do. I love going down there more than my wife does.
Do you ever go anywhere she likes? Oh, yeah, you did. You didn't
Yeah,
go
I
to
do.
like England or something?
Yeah, I went to France.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. As I say.
It was, yeah.
Last couple have been for you, but
Sometimes, geez, Woody, you have to put it like that.
I thought the Tahoe thing looked really beautiful.
No, she likes that place.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I know that's your
mutual,
place.
but I do, since I was a little guy, that's
It looks great, man. I really do want to get.
You don't appreciate it when you're a little guy because you just think everybody's got a lake like this somewhere. And then you go, no, you really don't. This Sierra Nevada thing with this big, beautiful lake in the middle is pretty friggin' special.
So you guys would just drive out there?
What?
Like in the summer, you just drive out there, hang out in Tahoe?
I'm not driving there ever. Drive across the country?
No, not from here. I'm saying when you were growing up.
Yeah, well, it's only a couple hours away. Yeah.
Nice.
No, I thought you were being a wise
No,
guy.
no,
I'm going to
I
jump in the car and drive 5 days to stay 5 days and then drive 5 days back to get back here. Hey, so there it is, man. And we appreciate so many texts coming in from different parts of Palm Beach and even further north. And we do appreciate it. We wanted to know if it was real.
We got another check in here, Joe. Lake Okeechobee.
Yeah. Well, miss her. I was waiting for her to go, hey, Okeechobee is in good shape. Hey, you know what's so funny, Woody? So when Claudia goes, hey, listen, this signal's really strong at 104.3 FM. And I said, yeah, right. The first thing I thought, yeah, right. I called you later and go, Woody, what's the deal on the FM signal? She goes, no, Joe, it's a lot stronger. It's not even close. You got AM on your brain, man. This is a different world now. This is
By the way, I will also tell you we work in parking garages and tunnels, I've been told.
Really?
Yeah, you know how you drive like a parking garage, the second you hit it, the AM signal just like goes out.
Well, the one that hurt me the most is my son who had just moved back, and he said, "Hey, Dad, I got to be honest, man. Can't get you." I go, what? Well, the car doesn't have AM. That's crushing.
Really? The car didn't have AM?
Certain cars don't have AM radio.
Oh.
And I went, wow.
That's not good.
That hurts. That's hurt. So take that. Got FM now. We're a little different deal. Hey, we got Charles Davis going to join us. CBS and doing the preseason games for the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward, now the quarterback there, and he's got our first two games on CBS, both the Colts and the Patriots game, the road opener and the home opener. So we'll be seeing Charles Davis a lot. We're going to talk to him coming up. Get caught up on some news around the National Football League. We'll have that for you coming up in just a few minutes. But before we jump on that, we're all caught up with our business here. We did have to get to, by the way, that was mandatory. Don't think I just was sitting here. That was a mandatory from corporate that ran, put a lot of time into that thing. By the way, Woody, did you know before it happened? Yes or no?
I did not, and I made a strong push to have it called the Joe, but no luck.
Okay. Baptist El South
got
Florida.
A lot of laughs in the meeting,
right,
man. Come on.
Baptist El South Florida. Okay. Baptist El South Florida, man. I want to talk about him because we do have one of the top sports medicine programs in the country right here in our backyard. to
Yes.
the phone's not ringing.
You got that right. Yeah, we'll take tired as opposed to well-rested anytime.
Yeah. Hey, so you got these games coming up. I couldn't wait. I called you the other day. I said, hey, man, are you doing these games still? Because I can't wait to hear about Cam Ward. I think he's going to be really good. I don't know how much he has around him, Charles. What's the weapons look like around him, the supporting cast?
Well, Joe, as you know, you always start with the big guys who will try and keep him upright and give him a chance to throw the ball, right? And they've really upgraded their offensive line. But we have to find out what that truly means, because J.C. Latham, they drafted last year out of Alabama in the first round to play left tackle, but he was a right tackle his entire career in college and was overweight and struggled as a rookie. So they went and signed Dan Moore, the left tackle of Pittsburgh, who's been a 4-year starter. And that sounds great, but 4-year starter to what degree of play?
Yeah.
I think he got better. I do. I absolutely do. I watched him for 4 years in Pittsburgh. He got better, but is he the ultimate answer? Well, I'll put it to you this way, Joe. They signed Andre Dillard a few years ago. Remember that, off of Philadelphia, to be their left tackle?
Yep.
And I remember thinking that is not going to be money well spent before he ever got to Tennessee. And unfortunately, correct. And I wasn't alone in that assessment. They really whiffed on that one. They think they're going to be better with Moore, because now it allows them to put Latham back at right tackle, his natural position. Plus, he's lost almost 40 pounds. He looks great. Latham does. He really came to camp ready to go. They signed Kevin Zeitler, and you know Kevin Zeitler is a veteran, and he's been around a while, but he knows how to play. He doesn't miss games. He plays very well at right guard. Peter Skoronski keeps getting better, their former first-round pick at left guard. And if they can get Lloyd Cushenberry back at center for the season, remember he tore his Achilles last year, they feel like this offensive line has the potential to be a lot better than last year. And I would agree with that assessment, but they have to go out and play. So we'll have to find out as we go. Out wide, Calvin Ridley will be his number one receiver. Chigo Okonkwo, the tight end, will be a nice target for him. They drafted Gunnar Helm out of Texas, who's the receiving tight end. But they're going to have to, have some veterans and rookies jump up. Tyler Lockett from Seattle's there. Van Jefferson has been around the league. Last in Pittsburgh is there. But they drafted 2 rookies. Chimere Dike out of University of Florida, formerly of Wisconsin. And they also drafted Elik Iomanor, the wide receiver out of Stanford. So, obviously, veterans, can you play at a high level?
Yeah.
Rookie, can you come along quickly? You get the whole idea.
Hey, Charles, everybody's got the same topic. I would love to know how many camps when people are talking, because the Dolphins are still talking about, and they've added a rookie to the offensive line. They also got a veteran guy from the Steelers as well, James Daniels. And then, but it's still now Austin Jackson's down for a couple weeks, and they're not sure about the backup offensive lineman. Is this going on almost every camp? Everybody's saying, we hope, but we don't know for sure if we have enough on the offensive line?
Yeah, and even when you feel like you do, Joe, nothing is for certain, because the Los Angeles Chargers felt very good about their offensive line. And they signed Rashawn Slater to a monster contract about 11, 12 days ago. And he blows his knee in practice yesterday, and he's done for the season. So even when, you have it, what do they say, best laid plans? And, one of my good friends, an author named Harlan Coben, has in almost every book, man plans, God laughs. So you just, you just don't know what you're going to have and how it's going to go. So even as you're building, you have question marks. And just when you think you've got it, something will jump in and cause some question marks. Because now, I'll just go very quickly here. So the Chargers, they thought they had their bookend tackles for how long now? Left tackle in Slater, right tackle in Joe Alt, who they drafted last year. Now with this injury, Joe Alt is going to probably get switched to left tackle after playing right tackle his entire rookie year. And even though he played it in college, here we go. Here's a change. And now Trey Pipkins will probably be your right tackle. And that's not a good thing for them. Okay? Trey Pipkins he manages to stay in this league And I just go, congratulations. but if he's my starting right tackle,
yeah,
I'm worried. I am very worried.
Yeah, I just think this topic seems to go on with like 26 of the 32 teams or something. But anyway, hey, we got some other things to get to here. You're going to be doing the Miami Dolphins first, your broadcast with CBS. You got the Colts game and Dolphins, and the next week you'll be down here with the Patriots opening up with the Dolphins at home here. So I wanted to ask you your thoughts. You've been doing Dolphin games for a long time from away. What's the perception right now of this Miami Dolphin team?
I would say most people, because you kind of look at it in divisions and silos, right, Joe?
Yes.
So each division is its own silo. So who's the favorite? What team's ascending? What team's descending? Are teams having a lot of question marks? That sort of a deal. So if you take the AFC East, Buffalo, you're like, yeah, okay, it's theirs. A year ago, we were saying, if you want Buffalo, now's the time to go get them, and no one did. Now you're not going to get them, right? So to me, the East is Buffalo and Chase. So what does that mean for everyone else? To me, New England is ascending. Like the move with Vrabel, like their offseason free agency, like their last couple of drafts, like their quarterback. It feels like they are moving in the right direction. But let's remember, they're moving in the right direction on a team that didn't win very many games.
Right.
Does that automatically make them contender? I don't think so. But does that mean that they can contend for second in the East? I do think so.
Yeah.
So they're similar to Tennessee, where their offensive line was so abysmal last year that any moves they made look good. Okay? They drafted a rookie. They've got a veteran right tackle. They got a veteran center. They should be better, but it remains to be seen, right? The Jets, brand new management again, GM, head coach, quarterback. Still a lot of question marks. Defense should still be pretty good, but still a lot of question marks. I think Miami fits into that same category. Last year, what we were saying going in was, it's time for Miami to beat the good teams. Okay, it's not enough to beat the teams you're supposed to, but when you start playing some of those bullies, can you stand in there and punch with them and beat them? That didn't happen. This year, I think we're adding a few more question marks. Some guys are gone, they didn't do it again. Off-season comments by guys on the team about how last year we said we would buy in and we didn't, but this year we're going to buy in. Question marks. I think the second place in the East is up for grabs among those three teams. It absolutely is. I would say nationally, people are more bullish on New England, but that comes with Vrabel, his past record, right? What they've done recently, and having that young quarterback in Drake May that excites people. Justin Fields, this is his third team where he'll have a chance to be a starting quarterback. So people want to see if he can cement himself in, and obviously we know what's going on with Miami. So it's going to be fun to watch, because I do think there's a chase for second place.
Yeah.
And second place may very well get you into the playoffs.
Hey, Charles, I did want to ask Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. It's been interesting. Poor Anthony Richardson just can't stay healthy. Took another shot last night, and I'm surprised he didn't hurt more than just his finger, that shot he took. But anyway, what's going to happen there? I just feel like Daniel Jones going to end up being the starter against the Miami Dolphins. What do you think?
Yeah, it kind of feels that way, and it felt that way long before we got to this injury, Joe. I think from the moment Daniel Jones signed with Indianapolis, because you remember when we were talking around combine time, that's the time frame I think Chris Ballard said that there would be competition for the starting quarterback job, and we all went,
yep.
Yeah, but who's on the roster of this competition? And then they signed Daniel Jones, and we went, oh. And look, Daniel Jones hasn't exactly inspired us to say, hey, he'll be all pro this year. But at the same time, we've seen flashes. Sometimes quarterbacks blossom later. Sam Darnold could call and raise his hand and go, hey, I went through how many teams before I had my big year, so you never know. So you just kind of felt like if Anthony Richardson wasn't truly locked in, ready to go, Daniel Jones was the type of player who could take his job. And I thought that before the injury. And then watching last night, I don't know what happened on the blocking scheme, Joe.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if the protection was called wrong. I don't know if someone blew an assignment. Was the back supposed to step down and chip? I don't know what happened. But you know what they say? An unblocked pass rusher should do some damage. and this one did, and unfortunately, it was Anthony Richardson's finger.
Hey, I leave you with this one, Shedeur Sanders. This whole thing in Cleveland's weird. 6 quarterbacks now on the roster with Huntley now joining them because of injury. And you've got Deshaun Watson sitting there going, I'm not going anywhere. You owe me guaranteed money. I still want to play. So Shedeur Sanders gets a chance to start. Does he have enough around him to look good and have a chance to either be the first or second quarterback on this roster, in your opinion?
I think we could ask that same question about all of them, Joe, with Cleveland. I think we could. I feel like I know what Kevin Stefanski wants to do, which is really run the football, control the game, be able to run off of that play action, Joe. You know what I'm talking about? Yep. With the zone runs and then bootleg out and hit people out in the flat, run 3 tight ends out there and try and run that at people. I don't know that their roster's built for it again. They're trying to. When they had their playoff seasons, they were. Baker Mayfield was really good that one year, and then they punished him for playing hurt, and now they wish they had him back. They made a mistake on that one. To me, that's on Cleveland. But Flacco, I think, will be the starter. I'd be shocked if he's not. Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, everyone's in the same boat trying to figure out how they're going to run this. Remember, they drafted Quinshon Judkins to be that second runner for them. He might never play in the league. I mean, his legal stuff is
oh boy,
it's going to be tough. I don't know that we're going to get him and see him. That changes and alters what they're going to do. I think ultimately Flacco begins the year, and then if things don't go well, obviously you're going to look at one of the rookies. Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel. I truly don't know where they stand right now with each other. Gabriel's been hurt.
Yeah.
Shedeur had a sore shoulder. I really don't know. But they've had too many quarterbacks around trying to take reps for us to draw very many conclusions, I believe. And I know we're laughing about 6. Deshaun Watson's on the roster, but he really doesn't count. He's not going to play.
What a weird – just having him in the meetings every day. How weird is that? Like, you're getting ready, and the guy that's got the guaranteed big contract sitting over there, and everybody knows, like, it's great you're here, but you're not playing. It's just the whole thing is just – it would be weird going to work every day knowing that they really don't want him around. That is just a crazy one, Charles.
Yeah, it's kind of like me showing up at the high school dance. Everybody said, "Oh, he showed up," but we really don't want him around.
Not now, Charles. Not before they wanted you around, Charles. Don't say that, man. I know better. Hey, Charles, thank you, brother. I really appreciate you coming on, man. For a few, we're gonna see you a lot, man. I can't wait to see you up in Indianapolis as well as down here in Miami in week 2 with the Patriots. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Always look forward to seeing you, Joe. Can't wait to see you and visit.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Charles Davis.
Take care now.
You got it. From CBS, broadcaster on the NFL shows and on the games, as well as doing preseason football with the Tennessee Titans. Likes to get the warm-up in there, and has got our guy Cam Ward. See how that goes. We got to go to break, man. We got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on. A lot of news. We got news here at the radio station. We've got news with our teams, and we got some other stuff. What are you doing that whole WNBA thing again? 5 in the last 10 days.
I was thinking of steering clear, but
with the adult object, sex toy. What are you calling it?
Whatever is politically correct.
Yeah,
man.
We cover that.
How does this keep happening, by the way?
By the way, these guys, it's like stupid. Like,
you're going to have to make an example out of someone, obviously.
Yeah.
This is like the memorabilia thing. Like, if you get caught doing this stuff, instant life.
See, the last guy goes, man, I really regret that was stupid. I did. That was real. Yeah. You didn't figure that out after the first one?
I don't know, man. Anyone that does something like that is not good for society.
It's just
take them.
I know. Listen, honestly, I know some people had laughs and having fun on social media.
No, Twitter's been their jokes have been on point. But that's what they, you got to laugh about stuff, I guess.
But I don't know, man. It's just so. I'm not politically correct myself, but it's just it's.
Well, it's kind of getting old.
Yeah, it's like
when something happens too many times, it kind of loses its luster, right?
All right. Yes, I agree, Woody. Hey, we got more stuff to.
Anyways, I guess I'll steer clear now then.
What's that?
You want me to skip it?
No, you
Headlines?
can do it if you want.
I don't really want to. I think we just kind of did.
These guys getting arrested, or they just
so?
get?
We were reading about it here, and I guess they let the guy go. Like they found out who it was. They thought they found out who it was, and they showed him interviewing the guy in the front of the building, and they just let him go.
Wow. All right. Hey, listen, let's keep rolling here. We got Hollywood's headlines coming up. We got a lot more. We're going to be talking to Dr. Barry here in the 8 o'clock hour. He got a great message that I want everybody out there to hear that might be going through some tough times. I want to let you know you are not alone. And on top of that, Brian Baldinger is going to join us. Mike Florio. We got a lot of NFL stuff today to get to here. We also want to tell you about something very important for you. And if you've been in a slip and fall, you've been injured in an automobile accident, you're going through it right now, you're in a lot of pain, and you're in no mood to not be taken care of properly by the law firm you've chosen. And if you've already made that and you're not happy where you are and you don't feel like you're real important right now, you don't feel like what you've gone through, you've called them, you don't get a call right back, I would be pissed off. And if you're not, you should be. Harvey Cohn and Gary Judah, you won't have to worry about that. I want to let you know, compassionate, understanding, caring, call you right back, great communication. I always tell everybody this, man, and it's so true. Harvey always makes a point to tell me, hey, Joe, just tell people, just go see what people are saying, man. Go to the reviews. That's the place to go. Go to ConanJudah.com, read the reviews. They're saying a lot of great things. I've got some favorites. I was reading them last night again. Hey, they made us feel like we were their only client. Their communication was fantastic, even on the weekend. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Harvey. Compassionate, understanding, caring, and they think communication's important. And I want to let you know there's no handoffs. Nope, they leave that for the running game in the NFL and college football. They're not doing handoffs. It's Gary and Harvey. That's it. That's who's going to handle your case. Two partners with more than 60 years of experience between them. Just doing great work, and I want to let you know this. They're big enough to go to trial and get you multi-million-dollar results, small enough just to call you back, and they take pride in that. Let you know all the way through how you're doing, where it stands. Any questions you have, they're there for you all the time. Go to ConanJudah.com, 866-324-7333, and remember this, they don't pay other lawyers to do the work you hire them to do. They are going to handle your case. Harvey Cohen and Gary Judah.
course, in the draft class, right? Maybe the best draft class ever.
Pretty damn good. Which pick didn't work out? The guy for Detroit.
Yeah, it was a Darko Milicic, I think was his name, right?
Yeah, the only guy.
He's second, right? It was like LeBron
Yeah,
won.
a lot of whiffs there.
Yep. But that'll be cool, by the way. That'll be cool to watch. I know Carmelo's kind of a controversial, whatever.
You know his nickname's Sticky. The ball sticks to him.
I know you gave him that.
Yeah.
Nicely done. All right, Joe. Big news here for anybody who is a fan of The Price is Right, as we'll go off sports here for a second. We're going to have upcoming contestant search auditions right here in South Florida. You like this? You like the show?
I see it sometimes. Be on during the day.
I happen to really like this show a lot. August 29th, Joe, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's actually going to be at Toyota of Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The casting will take place at Toyota of Hollywood inside the Toyota of Hollywood showroom. Complimentary admission be provided at the Price is Right table outside of the taping area. Just check in. And there's a lot of different stuff here, Joe. Be enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Be yourself. That wouldn't work out great for me. Probably wouldn't get picked.
I don't know about that, Woody, but go ahead.
Don't be afraid to be too loud. So maybe you could be.
I knew that was coming. Yeah.
Have fun. Don't be overly aggressive. Be knowledgeable.
How many freaking rules do they have?
Don't bribe the producers. And cheer for everyone. By the way, if I was on a game show and someone like they were spinning the wheel or whatever, and someone beat me, I would have a tough time clapping for them. And I know they make you do that. You ever see that?
Yeah,
like
I do.
You lose like a heartbreaking, like a car or something to someone, and they're like, come on.
You've been a great contestant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeez. All right, Joe, back to sports for a second here. Memorabilia again. Philadelphia man has pled guilty to selling forged Jason Kelsey items worth $200,000. We hit this story a little while back here, but officially has entered a plea of guilty here. And
Jason Kelsey stuff goes for a lot of money.
Well, if you have enough of it, Joe. And yes,
jerseys or couldn't have been cards.
No, not cards. This is all like signed
signed
memorabilia here. But it's 1,100 pieces of memorabilia, so it's a lot. You probably remember this because the guy's name is Robert Capone.
Oh wow!
I don't know if there's any relation to,
Al.
The guy you watch the movies about, but anyway, Joe, there's the charges here are third-degree felonies and forgery, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. So,
in today's world, a big business of this stuff. Why do people think they're going to get away with this? Why?
I don't know. People think they're going to get away with everything. The dumbest one of them all is the guys who think they're going to get away with these gambling scams.
Oh no,
that's the dumbest of them all. Like that Jonte Porter, what an idiot.
You're like a part-time player, and all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of money to start with, bet on you for your numbers. That right there is like,
and the people you're involved with are pigs, right? Because they're betting huge. The guy leaves with an injury. Hey man, they've all these guys have gotten caught. I mean, that's one you're not going to get away with.
Right.
I don't know why they do it in the beginning, but
well, you're done. You are toast, man. These leagues aren't putting up with it anymore. You are banned.
Joe, and here you go, man. In a case of you never know what you have in your house.
Yeah.
They were going through a house in England, and the owner had died, so they're going through all the stuff there, and they had a bookcase in the house. They found an original first edition copy of The Hobbit from 1937.
Holy smoke.
Yeah. $70,000 the book sold for at auction.
So you're talking about the old grandma and grandpa passed away, and now everybody's going in to see what's... So
before you dump all that stuff at a garage sale or an estate sale, whatever, take a peek, man. You never know what you're going to find. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, that's why a lot of these people, they run around to garage sales. That's a big thing now. Because people throw away stuff. They have no idea what they're throwing away.
Right, have no idea, and they get rid of it, and you're up there, and it's something you collect, and you're going, oh, my God, you don't know what this is worth. This is great.
The question is, do you have the heart to do that to someone?
You live in South Florida? Yes.
That would be tough, man.
Come on.
I wouldn't do it. You got to give him a taste, right? You give him something, don't you? Like, oh, I'm going to fleece these old people. They don't know what they have, these idiots.
I'm with you. I don't know how you take advantage of the elderly. As I'm watching my dad and the scams out there he deals with.
There's a lot of them.
It's crazy.
But anyway, this is one of those you never know what you have on those old shelves, man. So take a peek before you dump it all for a penny in a garage sale.
And don't worry, you have family members that will. That house opens up. All of a sudden, you got family coming over to see what old mama left.
All right, and our final one here, Joe. Did you want to touch on the tennis here, Ben Shelton?
No, but man, he's playing great.
Yeah, beat a guy named Karen Kachanarov.
I didn't see who he played. But the U.S. Open's coming up here in a few weeks and finishing up here on the hard court. Yeah.
Who's the favorite for the U.S. Open? Who do we like?
Oh, I'm guessing that one name that always pops up, center. Alcaraz. Joker's got, see, again, on these majors, you got to win 3 sets. It's not a 2 out of 3, it's 3 out of 5. And he gets in some tough matches as he goes through the tournament. And then injury, and he's just, by the time he gets to the finals or semifinals, he just can't. He said it. He goes, I'm almost 40. These young guys they're fresh and ready to go.
Apparently the company's name is Green D Crypto, so that's the crypto bros that.
Well, they ought to feel really good about that, man.
Yeah,
that ought to be like, hey, we did it. We got a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah,
get some new ones to throw.
This is funny. Someone texter here said, did the Hard Rock app make a huge mistake last night? I was able to get the Ravens a plus 10.5. I told you we bet on the games last night. I didn't even look who was playing.
People. And I saw ESPN
the Ravens
was
playing
like
the Colts,
doing a breakdown of the friggin'
Yeah.
preseason games because they knew
the Colts are terrible.
Oh.
And then the Seahawks played the Raiders, and the Raiders are terrible. And I'm watching the highlights right now because I checked my bet first thing this morning. This game ended in a tie.
That's correct. That would be 23-23.
Ended in a damn tie. So I did I parlayed them both. I took Seahawks and Ravens because I thought they're playing 2 bad teams, and we would have hit really nicely, but it tied.
God bless.
Just give you the first line, but
God bless all you people that gamble. No problem there. We like the Hard Rock app. But those of you that bet on preseason games,
don't insult anyone.
Come on, man. I know you like action. What are you doing?
A lot of people are doing it.
You might as well just flip a coin. Don't
That's
look
what
at
betting
it.
is anyway.
No.
No one
has
the inside track on these things,
That's
man.
not true. There are numbers. No, I agree. There's a lot of numbers.
There's always numbers, but it
come
doesn't
on,
always
man.
play
Not
out that way,
preseason
man.
games. Come on.
How many people you know out there that do sports for a living that can't figure the gambling stuff out?
No. They all end up. Vegas got big, beautiful buildings for a reason. They take your money.
Hey, real quick here. Good morning to Steve from Syracuse, coming in loud and clear. Syracuse, New York.
Yeah, but he's not.
I know. I just wanted to say
okay.
good morning.
Oh,
to
no.
people. You
Good
asked people
morning.
to
No.
check in
I
wherever
did. I thought we were talking about our new FM station, man.
Somebody noticed. Are you drinking water in there instead of coffee? Are you hydrating this morning?
I did have some water because
you had a big night.
No, I did. I had a little tequila last night, and when I have tequila and coffee and I leave water out, I cramp up. I cramp up like it's like I'm running out and dehydrated.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
No, it's legit. What do you think? I was going to say something else?
I thought it was going to affect your stomach.
No.
Negatively there.
No, you can't. Nothing can mess this thing up.
By the way, good morning to all of our listeners in Milpitas this morning. A lot of people listening out there, apparently.
Even people in Milpitas?
Yep, a lot of people. We've gotten a bunch of those.
Well, listen, if
tell Uncle Harold I'm listening from Lakeland.
Wow.
How about that, Uncle Harold?
How about that? 104.3 FM, man. QAM. New first-time FM station for sports talk.
Loud and clear in Hialeah, someone said. That's good.
My Hialeah brothers, you got to have them.
I can't believe Key Largo, man. That's cool.
From the Keys to Jupiter. And honestly, I didn't believe her when she told me that. And it's nothing. She's always straight with me. Very Claudia, our boss. And she goes from Keys to I thought she said Key West. I go to Jupiter. And I went, I got to ask somebody about this. I almost wanted to get in the car and just drive to hear, like, all right, now I want to hear this signal. Well, we got people this morning saying, man, it's coming in.
Let me give you a couple more quickies here. Carolina Rob said loud and clear. By the way, hello to Rob this morning. We met his mom at the Moose Lodge in Tamarack when we were out there. So good morning to him.
How'd you like the Moose Lodge?
Loved it. We had a great time out there. Did a football game watch party. Had a great time there, Joe. Let's see here. Another from Jupiter. So Jupiter's good. And another texter said, if it makes Joe feel better, we're in New York. The people in New York are mad at Jeter for skipping Yankee Old Timers Day tomorrow. So they're angry at Jeter up in New York. So good morning to Mike and Denver.
You know why, though? He and A-Rod just got done ripping the freaking team after the Marlins series.
Yeah, they did.
They crushed them.
Big Pine Key. Good
wow.
morning. Good morning. Clear in Port St. Lucie. Good morning out there.
Man.
Wow,
I got to tell you, I owe her an apology today. I got to call her. Might have to call the big boss there. This is unbelievable. It's great stuff. It really is. So, hey, listen, we appreciate you getting back and
we have one person
and letting us know.
You didn't mention the rising American tennis players on both sides, Joe.
The men and women from the United States of America. We got some great
Do we
players.
have any?
Oh, we're really athletic with the women, but Big Ben now is
that what they're calling him?
You see him hit it?
Yeah, looked okay.
Got a monster serve, rips it, and he's got a little. He's got he very animated, fist pumping. Yeah, people like him, man. We needed something like that. Some of our other guys are just kind of they're real professional,
like golfers. Yeah,
he's got a little something to him, man.
Good morning in Savannah, Georgia.
All right, good
morning in Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
Another one, loud and clear in Port St. Lucie.
Man, that's
Naples.
Great. Naples. I didn't even think about the West Coast.
You live close to Naples out there.
All right. Hey, on that note, as soon as you screw something up and you have to say something stupid like you always do, that I'm out in the middle of Everglades or something. By the way, you're pretty far west now, too. You're part of the West family. Anyway, I do want to talk to you about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Oh, my gosh. Before we get to 8 o'clock hour, I want to let you know a few things. If you need to get a mortgage and you need to get it done quickly, this is what Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage can do for you. He's got a lot of great programs. He's got a program for seniors, program to convert your home equity into money quickly. That's what he's about. You've been declined by the banks. Process taking too long? Well, don't worry about it. Let's get you pre-approved. That's the way to do it. He gets you pre-approved. If you're first-time home buyers, he's got a plan all set up for you where you can go and the price, and you go, I got it right here. I've been approved. Let's do it. The deal is done. You get your first home. You're self-employed. You've been declined by the banks. Hey, Michael Kotze's got a program for you. Hard money loans, another one he's doing. He's doing all kinds of great things. Hard money loans. So you got a bunch of rental properties. You like take some equity out and get some more rental properties. You see the big picture of life, and you're going to make sure you got money when you're later on in life. Man, Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, the guy is going to help you get that done. You need cash, whatever it is. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage has no life. He's always working 7 days a week. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. 30-something, 31, 32 years in business, MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change, daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender. Go to Choice Mortgage Reviews, saying a lot of nice things about Michael Kotze.
and South Florida's sports leader. The iconic Joe Rose in the mornings, Tobin and Leroy in middays, the irreverent Hawk Crowder and Solana in the afternoons. Home of the Miami Heat, home of Miami Hurricanes football and basketball. Dolphins coverage every day. Plus, game day uncensored on game days. 100,000 watts. FM 1043 WQAM. Epic. Delivering the same great sports talk, the same thrill of the game, and the most powerful and iconic name in South Florida sports. 1043 WQAM, Miami's sports leader. FM 1043 WQAM. We're here, baby. We're here. Let's go.
All right, welcome back. Wow. Well, I guess everybody knows, man. I was one of the last ones to know at the party yesterday. That's what I get for not going to the meetings.
You have to go to the party.
Got to go to the meetings and find out, man. Hey, you know, old people need sleep sometimes, man.
You missed the free lunch, too.
I didn't worry about the free lunch, but, yeah, I know one thing. Right after you guys got a hold of me, then the phone was blowing up all day, and then I see everybody had it, and it was all over the place. So 560 WQAM is now got a new place to go, man. So it's really cool. 104.3 and QAM, and we'll be all over Palm Beach and all over the Keys. And now we're finding out this morning even further north. So great stuff. Everybody, I think, is pretty excited about it around here that we have talk radio, sports talk radio on the FM dial. All right. Hey, I got something else, man. I've been wanting to do this for a while. We didn't get it set up, but the other part of life, and I joke around a lot about sometimes being dysfunctional and some of the things, and, you know, we all kind of laugh about it, but I do notice as I've gotten older and thought things would be easier in life, they haven't been for a lot of people out there. Anxiety, depression, addiction, and you can't get out of a funk of things that go on. You find out something you've been doing for a long time, and now you can't stop. And I really wanted to have Dr. Barry on this morning from Recovery Unplugged in Fort Lauderdale. Dr. Barry, who, by the way, also a huge Dolphins fan, just another reason. Doctor, good morning. How you doing?
Oh, I couldn't be better, Joe. How are you?
Man, I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there pretty good. Hey, Doc, man, your message is so good. I did spend some time with the girls down the street here on FM radio, and we talked a lot about it. I'm amazed at the amount of men right now, and you know, a lot of us are real proud. And hey, man, I got to get out of this on my own. And the anxiety for older guys, the depression of things not going the way you thought, and then the addiction. And it all kind of gets connected, Doc. And I know you've been through it personally and have helped so many people. For people just to go, hey, man, make the call, go see Dr. Barry and his staff over there and get some help, man.
Yeah, I mean, that phone can weigh 10,000 pounds, you know, when you're going through something. And I think that there's a stigma out there where people feel like if they're struggling, they got to kind of keep it to themselves and suffer in what we call silence. And, you know, that really isn't the solution. You know, if you're hurting, if you've got something going on, you know, if you just need a little bit of a nudge, and there's varying levels of sickness, depression, anxiety. So you just have to pick up that phone, make that call, and reach out. And, you know, the overwhelming message that I like to get out there is that it's okay to not be okay, right? It's okay to be down in the dumps. It's okay to be struggling. Everybody goes through something, and just being able to recognize that and have that insight really goes a long way to start that healing process.
You know, a lot of loved ones or friends will say, hey, man, you know, I can listen to you a little bit here, but, you know, I can't help you, man. I don't know. And it's really hard sometimes for guys, as you said, to make a call and go to a therapist or a specialist or a counselor or somebody like yourself, and I always tell everybody, you love Dr. Barry, man. Now, Dr. Barry, he's very straight about what you've been through yourself, but not only that, what other guys are going through that are in our age group.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had my own struggles in the past. Kind of went off the deep end, went the wrong way, was running with the wrong people in life, and was a hope to die drug addict. And I turned my life around back on June 19th, 1996, which makes it a little over 29 years that I've been clean at this point. And there's something to be said for somebody who has struggled before, understands what it's like to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes and then be on the other side of it at this point, trying to guide them, into the right direction.
So Doc, so a guy like would make a call and probably not going to be real straight with you at first, or maybe he is, but you guys kind of evaluate the whole thing and then can come up with a plan off, like how serious you think it is with the anxiety, the depression, or addiction. How do you go about the steps of this?
Absolutely. I mean, I can only speak for, what we do at Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is every person is a person. Everybody's story is their own story and it's different. And we go through a thorough assessment, asking all the right questions and determine, what level of care they would be best suited at, right? And we offer multiple different types of treatment and tracks for somebody who is literally on death's door to somebody that's, just going through some stuff in their life and they need a little bit of support, right? They might already have that foundation, but they need a little support to stay on the path that they're currently on to get to the promised land. So it's different for everybody. We have trained staff, clinicians who will conduct these assessments and figure out what would be best suited for them and how we can help them the most.
Yeah. I if you don't mind, I'm going to give the number out too for anybody that's listening to us right now, 954-737-4508, or you can visit recoveryunplugged.com. And really, I see you got inpatient and outpatient and virtual care, and that you guys really cover the communication part of this every possible way according to what somebody feels comfortable doing. The biggest thing, I guess, is getting somebody in there first time. That's the hard one, huh?
Absolutely, right? You want to just get their foot in the door, give them a little taste. For me, you hear it said a lot, oh, you really have to want this to get it. And if you don't want to change, you're not going to change. I mean, I was not the most willing participant when I got tossed into a treatment center, but I just made a decision that I'm going to give this thing a fair shake. And then after 90 days, if I don't look better, if I don't feel better, if my relationships haven't improved, I could always go back out. There's always going to be drugs out there, right? And something happened in that 90-day period where I started to look better and feel better, and my relationships got better. And I said, wow, if I feel this good at 3 months, I wonder how I'll feel at 6 months. And I you use this term a lot. I drank the Kool-Aid, right? I've been drinking the Kool-Aid for my entire life with the Miami Dolphins. I had to drink the Kool-Aid for another topic. Okay.
Yeah. You brought that up to me, Doc. I got a little chuckle. Not everybody chuckles about it, but I'm with you. So I got to tell everybody, Dr. Barry's been a Dolphin fan for a long, long time. We had a long talk and we had some good laughs, and we've been through the highs and lows of what it's like. And here we go again, and getting all jacked up again. Maybe this one could be different and get off to a good start and all that stuff. So, Doc, it was very funny getting a chance to talk to you. Hey, Doc, I always hear this one too. Hey, could you help us get somebody and push them a little bit? And people go, no, they're going to hate me. They'll dislike me the rest of their life. And you're going to say, you turned on me. I hate you. You get a lot of that stuff too.
Absolutely. Right. And you got to look at there's an old term out there. It's called tough love. And it's really about, when we're dealing with addiction, when we're dealing with mental health, it's a crisis, right? And we're looking at the general well-being of a person. And when we look at addiction and mental health, right, the consequences on that side can be fatal, be it an overdose or even suicide, right? Yeah. So it's better to have somebody hate you while they're still breathing than to have somebody love you and they're not here anymore, right? Yeah. So it's important just to take that step regardless of what the other person is going to feel. And then eventually over time, the forgiveness comes in.
Wow. Doc, it's strong, man. It's strong stuff, and I really appreciate it. By the way, I didn't even know the first day, and we're going to get you on today, and that we are going to be on 104.3 FM from Key West up to Jupiter. So I'm glad this message got out to everybody out there, and we took a little break from sports to talk about something that you probably know somebody going through it, and they don't know where to turn to, because that's always a big one. Well, who do you hear good things about, and where can you go? And, Doc, you've been great, man, and I'm sure your staff's just as good, so I really appreciate it. It's 954-737-4508. Don't be afraid to make that call. Visit recoveryunplug.com. And, Doc, thank you so much, man. Love talking to you the other day, too. Thank you so much.
I did, too. You made my day when you called me. Thank you so much,
right.
Joe. Thanks for having me on.
You got it. Dr. Barry, Recovery Unplugged in Fort Lauderdale. All right. Hey, we got to go to break. We got a lot more stuff. Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider, Baldy's Breakdowns. I got to tell you, man, I was in watching Baldy. I got to share this at practice. Came into Dolphins practice the other day, and he and our new left tackle were having Patrick Paul, huge fan of Baldy's, talking about the offensive line, and that's Baldy's thing. So we're going to get into some of that if you're wondering. And Baldy, of course, been all over the NFL since back from vacation. We'll have all that stuff coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Mike Florio will join us in the 9 o'clock hour. And, Mike can always get it rolling in a big, big way. So we'll have all that stuff for you coming up here as we continue on. But before we do anything else, I do want to take a second to tell you about my friends at Era Round the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing. 37 years in the business. My gosh, 37 years in the business, man. I throw out these numbers because it ties into great service and what Air Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing are all about. 37, 135 trucks on the road every day, trained and certified technicians, the best licensed experienced plumbers in the business, work 7 days a week. If you need a new air conditioning unit, if you need a new water heater, if you've got a problem right now, one thing I know, Air Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing's got somebody on call 7 days a week for you. Same-day installation is always the goal. You know why same-day installation is a goal? Because we got a warehouse full of air conditioning units and water heaters, all different sizes for your home, your rental property, your business. It doesn't matter. We got you covered with great people. And I know this about Air Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing. When this thing started with Big Daddy Lenny and continues with Eric, it's about great service and coming out as quickly as possible to take care of your problems. They must be doing something right, because everybody's trying to copy everything they do, man. Family owned and operated and going stronger than ever. Plumbing or air conditioning problems, not a problem. 1-888-FIX-MY-AC. That's 1-888-349-6922 for Air Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing.
104.3 FM, WQAM, Miami Sports.
FM, WQAM. Never thought I would say anything with QAM and FM. Never, ever thought this day would happen. I do want to say this, though. Ashley was a good friend of mine, and I really liked her. We did the morning show before switching, and I wish her only the best as this day and everything else. But for sports listeners, to be able to call yourself a South Florida radio station because you are going from Key West up to Jupiter. We've actually put out the calls. You guys have been wonderful, and we really appreciate it where you are, and you can hear us this morning on FM. I know a lot of different ways to reach out to us and see what's going on in sports down here, either from here or got your favorite teams and wonder what's going on. Well, I'll tell you that. Miami Dolphins getting ready to set practice this morning against Chicago Bears. And then the game. And by the way, we can talk about these practices, and they're great for the veteran players and stuff. They are. They're good for everybody. But I don't care what anybody says. The preseason is still really important for draft picks and young guys and the back end of your roster. I don't care what anybody says. That's never going to change. Whether we get down to 3 preseason games, 2, 1, there's always going to be a place for a preseason game, in my opinion, for young guys. You got to see what they can do. And no matter what these practices look like, they're not going to look like a preseason game. Those guys are going to be, they know when those lights go on and they're on TV. There's a reason those games are on TV and the practice isn't. And you got to go hard. You got to get noticed. Man, I still remember my first couple of preseason games in the friggin' heat at the Orange Bowl. And we had a preseason game my rookie year in Seattle, Woody. Seattle.
But you guys played, he played the starters, right?
He did play starters some, yes.
Okay.
Not the whole game, but yes.
So do you think starters should play?
I don't care.
Quarterback included.
I don't care if starters play, but I'm glad you brought that up. It's a great question. No, I don't care if Tua goes to the coach, goes to Mike and says, I'm good, I don't need any work. Now, he's already said he wants to play because he saw a whole bunch of guys going to play. Joe Burrow played. Hell, he threw 10, 11 passes last night. But, like, Larry Borum is starting to right tackle right now. His ass needs to play. He needs to get his feet wet and play better. And honestly, outside of James Daniels, Aaron Brewer, and Patrick Paul, listen, you hear me? Patrick Paul doesn't need to play a lot either. He is playing his ass off right now. They know. Now, they're going to get some work with him. But the rest of those guys, all those other 10 or 12 guys on the offensive line, they need to play a lot. We got to find out if any of them can play to help you.
I'm with you. I'm not with you on the QB1 thing. He needs to sit his ass on the sideline.
And Hill and Waddle, if he goes, no, Tyreek Hill's not going to play, and Waddle doesn't need to play.
Absolutely not.
But honestly, the rest of you, your ass needs to play. I can go around the thing. Devon Achane does not need to play. Jalen Wright, Madison, and Gordon, they need to play. 2, 3, and 4. So Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers, I want to see. You're guessing right with me. They're going to play most of the 3 quarters, if not all.
We'll come in on Monday, and everyone can talk about how Quinn Ewers should be the starting quarterback for the Dolphins.
Can you imagine? That's going to be.
I imagine? Yeah, I went through Skylar Thompson. So, yes, I can imagine.
Quinn Ewers goes 12 for 15, and Zach Wilson goes 3 for 10.
Yeah, against the Bears practice squad. Yeah.
Right, and they're going, I knew it.
He carved them up.
Quinn Ewers should have been a second-round pick.
Yep.
I always love to, if you like Quinn Ewers and you like them at Texas, because I already got this. Somebody really liked him, sat next to me at practice, and he goes, yeah, Joe, he's throwing a real. I go, yeah, he's made some great throws on him out here. He's unbelievable.
So he wants his name on that.
And he goes, he says, he should have been a second-round pick at least. He was supposed to go in the second round, but he was injured. Now he's healthy. But I will tell you, Quinn Ewers throws it a lot better than I thought. He's got a lot more zip on the ball than I thought he did coming out on the throws I was watching at Texas last year.
Okay.
But those are guys we want to see, right? Back to the original.
Yeah. But, again, you can't overreact, though, because we went through this already with guys looking really good in preseason games against practice squad players. So
true.
A little tough to overreact there, isn't it?
No, you're right.
But we're going to get that on Monday. I promise you. We get it before the guy hasn't played a snap yet. We get that stuff.
But you saw it last night. Like the guys you don't know, or maybe you do know because they went to your college or they're in a conference you follow. They're playing their ass off last night. A lot of those guys are going, I need to make some plays.
The only thing I took away from last night was Anthony Richardson looked like he got hit by a truck. And that is why I do not want QB1 out there at all. What if someone misses a block? I mean, I don't know what happened on that play, but
Woody, it's a good point.
It's just, man. And by the way, if Tua took that hit.
So my take is being around Tua, he's going to want to play at some point. He goes, Coach, I need to play some. Whether it's going to be the first game, the second game, or the third game, I want to play a little bit with my guys.
That's never been a knock on Tua, right? He never talked about retiring or any of that stuff that
everybody else did it for him.
Yeah.
Everybody's ripping the team, and he goes, why are you ripping the team? I've already said it's my choice, and I'm playing. I know what could happen down the road.
That's not one thing you can knock the guy for. Absolutely not. But you can save him from himself and not play him in the preseason, Joe, unless you're going to do some handoffs or something out there. But it's very risky.
You know who I want to see? I want to see Kenneth Grant, Savaniah, Jordan Phillips, Jason Marshall. I don't know if Dante Trader's going to play or not. He's in and out with this. I said, is he a soft tissue guy? I think he is.
Did you ever figure out the difference?
Ole Gordon and Quinn Ewers and Zeke Biggers. I want to hear from all. I want to see those guys all play. I want to see the guys you drafted play and play well and get noticed. I want to hear or see, whether you listen on the radio or watching Bo and Goldie, and they're going, hey, man, this Zeke Biggers, wow, Georgia Tech, big man, 6'6", 320. He made 4 or 5 plays behind the line of scrimmage. I want to hear that. I want to hear that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what this is all about, man. I know, and I'm with you. If you are like, I don't want to have a chance. I'll give you another one. You want to see Bradley Chubb? And you want to see Jalen Phillips?
I don't want to see, to be quite honest with you, I don't want to see any starters outside of the rookies who you may need to start. Joe, it's the preseason, man. Aaron Rodgers, wasn't too far off when he said it's not real football, but.
So outside of Minkah Fitzpatrick, I don't want to see. I want to see the rest of those guys, whether they're penciled in as a starter.
I know, but.
I don't want to see Zach Sealer.
The problem is,
I want to see the rest of those guys.
And I think you probably agree with it. The depth in a lot of these places is not ideal.
I don't know how many.
I don't know how deep you are as a team. And I don't think you want to find out going into the season because you got guys banged up in the preseason.
But you do have more than enough guys with a 90-man roster to play the back end and let them play most of the preseason. Yes, I agree with you. We're on the same page with it. And if they decide they don't want to play Tua, and he's a little rusty in the first quarter against the Colts, that's part of the deal. The football is going to be a lot better, and because you are going from basically practice to full speed with a game plan and blitzing you and all those other things, so it might take a little bit. I don't think anybody thinks in today's NFL the best game is going to be the first game. By the way, don't we have the Ravens and Bills playing in the first game of the season?
Somebody texted this in, Joe, and I don't know where you stand on this, but remember a bunch of guys get injured early in the season. It's happened a lot, right?
Yes.
And they go, that's because they don't play in the preseason. And someone brought that up. They go, the guys that don't play in the preseason will be the first ones on IR.
A lot of guys think that.
Do you believe that?
I don't know why it seems like more guys get hurt now than when we played. It seems that way.
Because the players are bigger and faster?
Could be.
I mean,
that's fair.
Right?
By the way, that's fair. They are a lot bigger.
Joe,
there's no 260-pound lineman.
The guys sit with injuries that you guys would have played through, and that's another reality, right?
That's Woody. You're right. You're on the money. Those two do come into play.
You told me the other day you never heard of soft tissue.
Nope.
I'm guessing Shula would have made you play through that.
I'm guessing my team in the end of the season, last 4 or 5 games, our guys, if they needed to take the needle to get through the game, they took the needle. I'm guessing these guys don't take the needle.
Which is good.
Yeah, I don't
they
have a problem.
Right? Like,
if you're that hurt that you have to take a needle,
then you shouldn't be playing.
And you can believe these doctors. our doctors didn't always.
Yeah, you don't have to go down that road.
That's form of
the other
slander.
thing is, the other
That was
thing
on
too-
its way to slander right
Yeah,
there.
That's true.
That was
why I
not
stopped
good.
you. I'm your legal representative here too.
It was not good.
But
That was
Joe,
not
look,
good where I was going.
These guys are also trying to maximize their earning potential, right? That comes into play. You don't think the agent's in their ear a little bit?
By the way, I can tell you one thing. I don't remember who my agent was when I was sitting in that hospital, and I was looking up at the cross, and it was a Catholic hospital.
Okay.
And I was looking up at it, and I wasn't going, I think it's time I call my agent. And these guys today, they don't do anything without Drew's guys. You don't think they call Drew? First call they make. Sometimes it's not to the wife, it's to Drew. It's not to the girlfriend, it's not to mom, it's to Drew.
They need a little something to leak. Yep.
No, even if anything, hey, I got something going on. I'm a little concerned. Should I do this or not? And Drew tells him, hey, speaking of the Drew and the Miami Dolphins, you don't think Drew has a little pull with a little power when he needs to get something done with the Dolphins with the amount of players he has on the team? He's had double-digit players in the past. I don't know if he might be 10 plus now.
He's got to be, right?
Of guys. I know recently we just found out Minka, Sealer, Hilton. That's just recent. There's 3 guys. And we know Tyreek. Yeah, he's got a lot of guys on this team. All right, we got to go to break here. We've got a lot more stuff to get to. Brian Baldinger is going to join us. We'll have that for you when we come back. Stay with us.
WQAM, broadcasting live from the Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Shop massive savings on a massive Chevy inventory, all backed by Morse at Edmore Sawgrass Chevrolet. Visit EdmoreSawgrassChevrolet.com. Chevy, find new roads.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Loctite Impact, South Florida's top-rated impact windows, doors, and roofing provider with thousands of 5-star reviews.
At Durrell Hyundai, we believe in transparent pricing with no hidden fees. Right now, choose from over 800 new Hyundais in stock, like the new Elantra. Every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai complimentary maintenance. Our certified technicians will keep your Hyundai running smoothly. Visit us at DurrellHyundai.com during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and see why we're the #1 Hyundai dealer in the USA.
Includes in-transit vehicles based on Hyundai year-to-date retail sales data as of June 2025.
Injured or work, it pays to call Payer. Under Florida law, you might be entitled to medical treatment, lost wages, or even a lump sum money settlement for your injuries. It pays to call Payer Law. Call 877-854-4442 or visit PayerLawGroup.com. Offices in Dayton, Broward.
Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has over 100 used cars on sale through Monday with huge savings. Don't miss this sale. If you're in the market for a used vehicle, you must come to Kendall for the best selection and the best prices. Kendall Dodge Chrysler JeepRam.com.
Mr. Ramirez, you watched the whole match from home. Tell us, how was the Xfinity Wi-Fi?
Elite. The Wi-Fi was booming throughout the whole match. Never had a doubt about its performance.
Is it true you had 3 screens going on at once?
TV for the game, tablet for the other game, and my phone for the memes. Everything's smooth. Xfinity Wi-Fi is like a Dutch midfielder. Never loses the ball.
And you caught every minute of the action. What about lag or buffering?
Xfinity has the most reliable Wi-Fi with their best equipment included. Just as reliable as you know whose left foot.
Enjoy live sports, telenovelas, and more in Spanish or English with Now TV Latino free for 6 months when you get Xfinity Internet with 5-year price guarantee. Plus, add an included unlimited mobile line for a year. Visit Xfinity.com/Now TV Latino today. Offer ends 9/30. Restrictions apply. 300 megabit internet or above required. Now TV Latino and Xfinity Mobile require Xfinity or Now Internet. After promo, regular rates apply. Reduced mobile speeds after 30 gigabits of usage. Data thresholds vary.
Traffic on WQAM is sponsored by Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Your home for the best price on luxury. Now featuring the all-new Lexus TX 3-row SUV in stock and on sale now. Call 305-KENDALL today.
Couple of disabled vehicles out of Broward County. One sitting on Florida's Turnpike and northbound at Hollywood Boulevard, blocking a right lane. Another one slowing you down. This is sitting I-95 northbound as you approach Broward Boulevard, affecting the off-ramp center lane. That's traffic. I'm Amelia Escobar on FM 104.3 WQAM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Your favorite shows, the games of your favorite South Florida teams. We've got them. Catch us on FM 104.3 or listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps. Don't miss a thing.
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, Woody. It's great to have him back, man. Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider. I mean, right from vacation, and he landed, and he is hitting them all, man. We saw him over the weekend out with the Miami Dolphins, and the offensive lineman, Baldy, I've learned all over the NFL, love Baldy's breakdowns, brother. Congratulations. What a home run.
Hey, Joe. Good morning to you, man. It's good to hear your voice. Good to join you here. I think we saw each other last Saturday in the soup of South Florida there. That was I don't miss those kind of days out there in pads. I tell you that, Joe.
First thing I always think when I'm out there, how do we go through 2 of these a day, full pads, for like 6 weeks? How in the hell did we do it? Hey, Baldy, I don't know. I said something earlier. I thought it was so cool having Patrick Paul come over to you and you having to talk with him about everything, bro. It just says, first of all, he respects you, but second of all, what a personality. He is so far ahead of where I thought he was going to be. He did play some last year, but he's different level right now. What'd you think?
I really like him. I really like him, Joe. He's a great kid. He wants to be good. He's got a good head on his shoulder. His brother plays for Washington, and I saw him in Washington. This isn't hyperbole, but the offensive line coach flat out said that his brother's the strongest guy on the Commanders team, period. Like this guy, but Patrick is enormous. He's got the longest arms. Like he's got a real chance to be good. Teron Armstead was out there working with them. They've been looking for that left tackle. Teron was a great guy, great player, but he had a hard time staying healthy. Like they got a big guy that has a chance to really nail down that position. They're scrimmaging the Bears today, and then they play the Bears on Sunday. And I'd love to see him against Montez Sweat and some of those rushers in Chicago to see how he holds up.
Yeah, listen, his confidence right now, as you saw, that big smile while he was talking to you. Yeah, it's different level. So I got to ask you, so we haven't had 5 guys play together. Now Austin Jackson is out for a little bit here. Should be back for the start. But, man, it feels a little light overall. Is everybody going through this in the league where now I feel good about the starting 5 if they can all stay healthy, but I don't know about the backups at all?
Well, they don't have much depth. Eichenberg has played, and Jackson Carman was a high pick for Cincinnati, but didn't play much. Keon Smith is in there right now. Larry Borum. These guys have been given opportunities, but they haven't played much. So there's not a lot of depth there, a quality depth. Let me say that. They've got guys who have played and put uniforms on, but there's not a lot of quality depth. And the good teams seem to have good depth, Joe, and the teams that aren't very good or you're not sure about what they're going to do, they don't have good depth. And so I would say the Dolphins are in that case where, man, I'd be looking every day to find guys right now and to develop guys.
Yeah, well, we, again, this is kind of a big week for all of them. All those guys you named, by the way, it's their chance to show that they can be the next guy up at a tackle or, as you said, a potential guard position. So as you look at this team overall, I saw you talking to Tyreek and some other guys. What's your thoughts going in on the Miami Dolphins?
Well, I think if the offensive line, can stay healthy, their offense should be good. Tua, he doesn't miss the ball doesn't hit the ground when he throws it. He is accurate, and he does know where to go with the ball, and he does get it out of his hands quickly. But, I don't know if there's a rift between Tyreek and Tua. I don't know what to read about all that stuff, things that were said, and then things that Tua said. But let's just say that, Tyreek is hungry and wants to have a good season and got his head on straight. And while they should be good offensively, they got the speed in the backfield. I just really have serious questions about their secondary and what they're doing. I know the injuries have come up, and to lose Cater was a bad loss, and Jalen traded. and you can go through the list of all these guys. Maybe Storm Duck is a guy they can count on, but it just looks awfully thin back there right now.
They're saying, so Anthony Weaver, everybody has spent time with him, and he says, hey, don't worry about it. We're developing these guys. This was our game plan, and we picked up a couple of guys, and we feel good about them. And you're like, oh, okay. And what about Jack Jones? You watched Jack Jones play and started last year for Las Vegas. What are your thoughts on him?
Well, he is a thief. I mean, he's got great ball skills, Joe. Does he want to tackle? Is he, is he dependable? Is he, just from a schemes, can he handle all the assignments? Like sometimes the guy, is playing his own game out there, but he does have good ball skills. I will say that. And I think, he looks like he's more of a zone corner to me than he is, but he's been to two places have given up on him, with the Patriots and now the Raiders. And so this is kind of like his spot right now. If he can't make it here, he might be, he might be shown the door, but he's here because of those ball skills that he's shown with the Raiders last year.
And Mike Hilton comes in right after Jack Jones. They get Mike Hilton because some guys have gone down. They need a guy in the nickel situation, and I think they're going to have him on the line of scrimmage. I think they're having blitzing a lot, and 31 years old, a lot of starts in this league. How do you like his game and where he is at this point?
Well, Mike Hilton, he had a great run. He had a great run in Cincinnati. I mean, he came from Pittsburgh and, helped him get to a Super Bowl 4 years ago. But, you mentioned all the starts in 31. It doesn't look like he can run the same as he once did. And so that's been his position. He's been a great nickel. But Cincinnati's defense was awful last year. I'm not saying Mike Hilton, look, there are a lot of reasons why the defense was awful. But I don't think they would have given up on Mike Hilton if he could still run the way he once could. And he was a really good player and a good teammate in Cincinnati. He'll still be a good teammate. He's a good guy. I'm not sure how well he runs anymore right now.
All right, so flipping it over, Dolphins, when this preseason's over, going to open with the Colts. Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, and this might not even be a competition because Anthony Richardson just can't stay healthy. He gets hit again last night. I don't know if somebody whiffed on the block. He got the crap knocked out of him and dislocated his finger. What do you think happens at this quarterback thing when the Dolphins and Colts get ready to play?
Well, I don't know, how bad the finger is and how much time he's going to miss that. I saw the same play you saw, Joe. I saw, the end come off the corner. I don't know if it's missed assignment, misread by Anthony. It's hard to say. I haven't really studied it that hard yet. But, this is the reason why he was drafted with the fourth pick was because of his size and speed and athletic ability. And all he's done is gotten hurt.
Right.
So he seems awfully fragile for a guy that has, he's 6'4" and 245 pounds. I mean, he's awfully fragile. And so, yeah, he took the shot, but a lot of guys take that shot and they just get up and nothing happens. But, this seems like this is going to travel with them. So is Daniel Jones going to be the guy? All right. Well, he's always had a hard time leading and seeing the field and, throwing the ball accurately. Those have been issues with them in 6 years in New York. And I don't know that they're just going to go away because he went to a new team right now.
Baldy, a lot of people, there's a buzz about what the Patriots are doing. They had a big free agent class, pretty good-looking draft class if everybody works out. And obviously they weren't very good. I didn't think talent-wise it was bad last year. It really was. But I think Drake May's got a chance to be a good player. I thought he played his ass off considering he didn't have a lot to play with last year. How much better do you think the Patriots are going to be?
They should be a lot. The roster's a lot better, and they're going to be better coached. Mike Vrabel, nothing against Gerard Mayo, but he was a first-year coach that was thrown into a bad situation. But Mike Vrabel's been around. He's had the number one defense in football. He's been the number one seed in the AFC. There's a real presence about him. And the roster is better. It's a better offensive line right now. It is a much better, they've got more talent with Stephon Diggs and I think this Travion Henderson is going to be a good player out of Ohio State. I think they have much better players around Drake May right now. Defensively, they filled a lot of holes with what they did in free agency and what they did in the draft, and some other young players, that they have been drafting, like Christian Gonzalez. He's a really
good. Oh boy.
Yeah, Harold Landry's been a good player. Played for Mike in Tennessee. They went out and got Milton Williams, who's a good young player from Philadelphia. So they've addressed a lot of issues, and they should be better coached. And I think that Josh McDaniels is a horrible head coach, but I do think he's a creative, good offensive coordinator. So they should be better all the way around. How much better, I don't know. But if you say you jump from 3 or 4 wins to 8, I can see them making that kind of a jump.
Hey, Baldy, I want to ask you. So we've been having this discussion, and we always hear this time of year, Aaron Rodgers goes, I don't need to play preseason. I think it's a waste. And I don't think that way, by the way. I think the preseason games are still important to young guys that need to develop. Maybe you feel differently, but Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase played a lot of football last night, and it looks like a lot of quarterbacks are going to be playing this in this first week. What are your thoughts on playing starters for the preseason?
I think guys got to play. I mean, you can have all these scrimmages that they have, and nobody's getting hit, and quarterbacks are wearing red jerseys and all this kind of stuff, and it's very controlled. But like, for example, Joe, like you can't evaluate offensive or defensive linemen or running backs without playing games. You can't. Like, you got to see what the running back has vision. You got to see if an offensive lineman can move bodies, has any athletic ability. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff in shorts that can cover up a lot of flaws, but you got to get these guys into games. And I watched Joe last time. I'm watching the game right now. The ball, he was, he's an assassin, and he played great. I think everybody's got to play. Like, I understand the fear of injury, and you can't lose your guys, and that's a decision, but I don't think you could play the game trying to legislate against injuries. You just got to go play. And Burrow was awesome, and so was Jamar last night. They had 2 series, 2 touchdowns. I mean,
yeah.
They carved. I mean, the Eagles weren't playing their starters outside of a couple guys, but still, I mean, you go out there and execute like that. I mean, I think those type of series are important.
Hey, so I know you just got back and you were just kind of getting going again. Of course, you went right into the sauna bath here in South Florida. How many camps are you going to be able to get to between now and the start of the season?
I saw 14 teams, Joe. I went 13 straight days. I actually saw the Jets and the Ravens on the same day. Just had to drive from New York to Baltimore, but I saw 14 teams over the last 13 days. I'm back here now. I got to go to Los Angeles and get in the studio and watch these preseason games and tell you what I'm seeing, I guess. But I'll probably get to a couple more practices next week. But yeah, I felt like I saw about half of the league right now.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Jets thing? I mean, they obviously got a lot of talent. I've never, ever come on and said they don't have any talent. It's never been a problem. The QB thing and protecting the QB, which, by the way, seems to be a theme a lot of places around the league. But what do you think of the Jets?
Well, I think they have a coach there that, is doing it the right way. I mean, for example, like under Robert Saleh, they never had officials out at practice.
I don't get that.
Joe, they led the league in penalties last year. Pre-snap penalties killed them all season long. So they got the officials out there. Like they're going to make an effort to be much more disciplined than they ever were. So that's a good starting point. They have been drafting offensive linemen forever. Maybe they put a line together. They've got depth behind them. So, and defensively, I think they're good. I don't think they're great. But, their starting 11 should be really good. We'll see, what the depth looks like right now. But, I think it's a step in the right direction from a discipline standpoint, which was severely lacking. And I think, Aaron Glenn will do a good job with that. And so, it's a good starting point for us. So that does have talent. They've got 3 good running backs. I think this Mason Taylor has a chance to be a really good tight end. And it's been a long time since you could say that about a New York Jet offense.
Yeah. Hey, so I got to ask you this because everybody's been asking me because they know we're friends. This ESPN NFL thing, have you guys gotten any word about where everybody's going to be and what's going to go on and we're going to treat it? Is there anything you can share with us down here in South Florida?
Well, I don't have I can share stuff, Joe. I don't have any magical insight. I mean, we had a conference call I mean, I was at Chicago Bears practice when this conference call's going on. I'm like, am I supposed to listen? Should I talk to Caleb Williams or should I listen to this conference call? You know, I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do yet. So I got it in bits and pieces. But you know, the league owns 10% of ESPN. It's a big paycheck to the NFL. I don't know, guys like me. I have no idea. Like, I don't think it's going to kick in, honestly. I don't think it's going to kick in right away. It might take a while for this whole thing to take place. Maybe I'll go out there to LA today, and you know, somebody from ESPN will be sitting in my office. I don't know.
It's now Bobby's breakdowns. You're done, Baldy. I'm taking the breakdown thing. Yeah.
All right. I'll come back and join you on the radio show.
Hey, you always got a job back here, brother. I don't know if we're paying what you're making everywhere else, but damn it, we'll be all right, Baldy. Don't you worry.
All right.
Hey, Baldy,
All
thanks,
right,
man. Really appreciate it, man.
it,
Thank
buddy.
you. You got it.
Yeah,
Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider, Baldy's Breakdowns, man. All right, we got to go to break. We've got a lot more stuff to get to. 9 o'clock hour means Mike Florio is going to join us. We'll talk to Mike coming up here in just a few minutes. Right now, I want to talk about Atlantic Men's Clinic. It's Friday. I get fired up on Friday because Atlantic Men's Clinic, I know, is all 7 locations will be full of men going in for their program and getting great results quickly. That's what I tell everybody. Listen, it's about low T and ED, and that's what Atlantic Men's Clinic is going to knock out. So you've been slowly have noticed that you have low T. You're tired all the time. You're gaining weight. You're not active. You don't have the energy level you used to. You're in a fog half the time. And you go, no, this is just everybody in your life. Oh, it's normal. Don't worry about it. Just relax and don't. And you're like, no, hey, by the way. And then you got the ED thing, and that's hit and miss. And then it's just miss one day. I went through it about 14 months ago, and it sucked. And I did something about it. I set up that first appointment, go to Atlantic Men's Clinic, which I've been telling you to go to, and go find out for yourself. Get the PSA test done, meet with their professionals. They're going to put together a plan that's perfect for you. Your numbers are different, my numbers. They're going to put together something perfect for you. You be honest with them. They're going to be honest with you and get great results for you. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. I got great news. The Hollywood location has been open for a few months now. It's great. They're all first class. They got great people, knowledgeable people. It's about doing it the safe way and the right way, and that's what Atlantic Men's Clinic is all about. Set up that first appointment. That's what the most important one. 877-455-7300. You are in for great results. I don't care what anybody says. ED and low T, every man out there is going to get it, and when you do, the question is, what are you going to do about it? I know what I did. I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. That's why no matter where you see me, even a guy last night was drinking and said, Atlantic Men's Clinic, and they're laughing. He was with his wife. I go, yeah, man, it works. Atlantic Men's Clinic, she's going to like it, and you will too. I stole that from somebody. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com.
Miami sports leader, 104.3 FM, WQAM.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional grade
Monday, where the deals are monstrous. The prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Starting with the Marlins, who gave up a 6-2 lead, falling to the Braves 8-6. Game 2 of the 5-game series is tonight, with the first pitch at 7:15 from Truist Park. Over to the Dolphins, who are in Chicago for a joint practice with the Bears. The teams will then meet on Sunday in the preseason opener. And last night, Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson didn't make it through the first quarter as he broke his pinky. The Dolphins open the regular season on the road in Indianapolis. And the Canes will return to camp today in Coral Gables. Miami opens up the season 3 weeks from Sunday when they'll host Notre Dame in a top 10 matchup. All the Canes games can be heard right here on WQAM. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
In the beginning, 102 years ago, WQAM was your great-great-grandfather's radio station. News, weather, entertainment, a trusted friend. Then came upgrade number 1, the 1960s. Top 40. WQAM was Tiger Radio, playing the hits, the music of peace and love. Upgrade number 2. The 1990s, sports, legends like Jim Mandich and Hank Goldberg. Would South Florida care that much about sports? Yes, they did. Now, more than 30 years later, here we are, still talking sports, broadcasting the games of your favorite teams. Perfect timing for upgrade number 3. Now, no more crackling during thunderstorms. No more static. FM, baby. WQAM is now on FM 104.3, 100,000-watt flamethrower from north of Jupiter down to the Keys. WQAM is now truly Miami's and South Florida's sports leader. The iconic Joe Rose in the mornings, Tobin and Leroy in middays, the irreverent Hawk Crowder and Solana in the afternoons. Home of the Miami Heat, home of Miami Hurricanes football and basketball. Dolphins coverage every day. Plus, game day uncensored on game days. 100,000 watts. FM 104.3 WQAM. Epic. Delivering the same great sports talk, the same thrill of the game, and the most powerful and iconic name in South Florida sports. 104.3 WQAM, Miami sports leader. FM 104.3 WQAM. We're here, baby. We're here. Let's go.
No. I'm not letting you go unless you do my 9 o'clock hour on a Friday.
Really?
No, you can't give me a little bit. I mean, all right, don't worry about it.
I was just, I'm going a little coward this
morning. No, 104.3
okay?
FM, WQAM, man. And I got to be honest, I said all morning, you put Claudia on the phone yesterday, ambushed me out of a old guy nap in the afternoon after being out in the heat yesterday with the Miami Hurricane. By the way, one of the greatest days we've ever had. Woody, you and I walked out and listen, I've been a 9,000 practice. You go, was that the coolest thing? I go, Woody, that was the coolest thing ever. Can't thank everybody at the U, from the president to the AD to the head coach, Cam, the rest of them out there.
How about Carter comes down with those beautiful books?
Yeah, the books, my God. And you haven't pumped them up today.
I know. Well, we do it right now. How about
right,
that? They're selling them at the store right across the street from UM over there. That hotel, they're selling them.
Yeah.
So you pick up the book. It's 100 years of Kane stuff in there and just beautiful pictures and everything. Yeah. So thank you to Carter for that. But yeah, what a day, man.
Well, that
was awesome.
We had that, and I come home, and then and by the way, right after you called me,
started blowing up a little bit.
That was like that was it.
It's big news, man.
Yeah, no,
big
listen,
news. You're spreading.
So I will tell you that this is the first time we've obviously been on this little signal. It is a little signal. We try to make it as big as possible, and Recently, people even started with the AM. You can't even get it in certain cars, and none of that stuff's good. But you go to 104.3 FM WQAM, and it's big. It's a big signal, man. It truly, when you say South Florida, it covers what we call South Florida. And so, fantastic, unbelievable, and we appreciate all the text messages that have come in this morning. Because I asked early in the show, I said, I got to ask you, man. Usually when I hear somebody go, we're all over South Florida, go, there's no way. I got to ask you, man, no matter where you are, can you send me a text? And you did. You came through, man.
All over the country.
And, well, I was talking about here, not that.
I know, but everyone weighed in, man. I like that. I like that.
But anyway, yeah, so it was cool to hear from way up in Jupiter. We got the golfing community. Just think about that, Woody.
Yeah.
Kepka, Tiger, all those guys up there, man. If they're bored one day, they can flip on FM and go, oh, my God, those idiots, man, down there.
Maybe not Brooks.
We can hear them. So anyway, we've got all that. We got Mike Florio coming up here in just a few minutes. We're going to have Mike join us, so we're going to get caught up. But we did want to spread the good. This is good news, man, from our side, and hopefully it's good for yours. And the signal's a lot better, which we're hearing all morning. And that's good to hear. So because we want to really get it going here for football season. It's a great time to kick it off, and it opens that whole Palm Beach market. Let's be honest, man. And that is part of South Florida. It's not just Dade and Broward. It's Palm Beach County too, baby.
You got to start embracing Martin County too, though, man.
Martin County. I just haven't been up there much, man.
I think it's nice up there.
It is
a lot
nice.
of beaches and stuff, right?
I haven't been to the
I guess
beaches
there's
up
beaches
there.
all the way up the coast, but
Beaches everywhere, man.
I suppose you're right.
Bunch of beaches out there.
But I know there's some like beach towns, right? I know there's like some places you want to go to the beach, some not so much, right?
We didn't get a call from Naples and Fort Myers, so I don't know.
Somebody did from Naples.
Did they?
Yeah. Remember I told you lived in Naples, you got upset?
Hey, and then Tom Yamas came on yesterday. Tom, if you're still in town, brother's cool, and congratulations. Number one dog, NBC Nightly News. Longtime reporter, NBC6, and then went to New York, and it just exploded for him. Back home, I saw him met his father and his son yesterday. We did the whole deal yesterday. It was cool as hell.
He's a cool customer, man.
Everybody loved him, man.
But you were hitting him with some wild stuff, and he just didn't even flinch, man.
He was used to it. He said he was used to,
like, I mean, I see DBJ in the corner. He's cringing.
Oh, DBJ turned into a groupie. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, he hands me his phone.
DBJ.
He goes, can you take this picture, please? And obviously Victor then, Victor got his own picture, holding up to you and whatever.
Why you always got to take a shot of Vic?
And then he posts it, on Instagram.
Why do you always
the NBC?
Well, you're the one that followed to see that if he put it out there, and he did. Good for Vic. Good for Vic.
That was a nice picture.
We got to go to break here.
He's been hitting the gym lately. You see that?
Yes, we got Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk going to join us next.
Hey, we want to hear what you have to say. Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text line at 305-567-0560. The big one is here at Kendall Toyota. All new Toyotas on sale now with financing as low as 0% on our most popular cars and trucks. Number one in the 305 since 1969. Kendall Toyota on US 1. Call 305-KENDALL and text WQAM at 305-567-0560.
This fall, the Sandman, Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend Tour.
I feel like we're very good friends now.
Kaseya Center, September 7th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Lock.
But you got to get your guys ready. And the Bengals have been notoriously slow starting. They've won one game in the first 2 weeks of the regular season since Joe Burrow arrived in 2020. One game. That's it. Not each year. One game. 1-9 in the first 2 weeks of the regular season under Joe Burrow. So they got to get their guys ready. And look at Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson gets the dislocated pinky. Well, they're trying to figure out who the starting quarterback is going to be. So I think it's different team by team. You just have to go into it accepting that there will be a risk of injury, but that's part of getting the team ready for week one. And if it happens, you can't dwell on it. You can't get bogged down by it. You just have to say, look, there's always going to be an injury risk in football. We accept that. We understand it. We took it, and it didn't work out, and now we move forward.
Mike, it's amazing. These stories are starting to – we always think about you with these stories starting to blow up is Jerry Jones, who, by the way, just like – if you didn't like him before – for the way he acts and things he says, you really dislike him now with the Micah Parsons and the handshake and just the way he's handled this whole thing. He just needs – there's an owner that needs everybody to know who he is every day. That's bottom line.
One of the big stories last summer when things slowed down was the Sunday ticket antitrust trial that resulted in a huge verdict against the NFL that they managed to get thrown out, at least for now. It could be reinstated on appeal, but I got that full transcript, all 20,000 pages of it, and I read portions of it more closely than others. And one portion that really fascinated me was Jerry Jones' testimony. He made it clear that he understands the value of being interesting. He understands the value of having fans not like him. He understands what it means to keep your team in the public eye. And for a franchise that has gone nearly 30 years without playing in the game that determines who the Super Bowl participant is. And consider this, the first 30 Super Bowls, the Cowboys played in 16 of the games that determine who gets into the Super Bowl. In the 29 since then, and probably 30 the way things are going this year, 0.
Wow.
And they still have managed to keep that team front and center as a viable America's team, marketable, big rating. So that's what he does. Part of it is that's what he does. He thrives on these moments. He loves having that attention, and he wants his team to be talked about, even if along the way they don't like Jerry Jones. So I understand it. I think it's short-sighted. I think that here's the grift, Joe. I think that he's not nearly as interested in winning a Super Bowl as he pretends to be. I think he is primarily interested in keeping the Cowboys the highest profile team in the NFL. He's won his Super Bowls. And I know he didn't build those teams, but I just think he's far more interested in keeping the Cowboys brand what it is. And if a Super Bowl win happens to come along the way, so be it. If it doesn't, he can live with that too.
So what happens with this Micah Parsons? This thing gets more expensive every day. So what's going to happen? You don't think he'd trade him?
Well, it was a week ago that Micah Parsons said he wanted to be traded. The next day, Jerry Jones basically said, that's BS. That's just negotiating. Micah Parsons at some point needs to respond and say, no, it's not. I want out. Now, there may be some people around the team that are concerned that Parsons really does want out, but until Jerry Jones is one of those people, then this just goes forward. My prediction is that Parsons is going to not get a new contract this year, that they're going to ride out the $24 million fifth-year option. I know that's a lot of money. I know, but it's not 41. And 41 is the top of the market. And Parsons would probably come in at 45 if he did a deal right now. They want, I believe, to get him to stay for one more year at 24. They'll figure it out next year with the franchise tag to hold him in place. They'll keep the injury risk on him this year, and they'll dare him to say, oh, my back's tight. I can't play week 1, week 2, week 3. They'll dare him to not do the thing that he loves doing. And to underscore the value of keeping the injury risk on the player, look what happened with Rashawn Slater yesterday, the Chargers left tackle.
Oh, God.
Torn patella tendon out for the year. He got his contract. This is why guys are holding in. People don't understand. Why would the guy not practice? Because every time you practice, you could tear your patella tendon. And the moment you do, your marketability, your value, everything is gone. It's gone. You're going to have to come back and do a 1-year contract and prove you're healthy, and then try to get a contract after that. You're right in position now to get paid. You stop practicing to protect yourself against that injury. that would destroy your value. So good for Slater to get his deal and push the injury risk to the Chargers. That's why these guys like Parsons, Terry McLaurin, Trey Hendrickson, James Cook are holding in.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, and these guys play under these contracts they have, or get something done, and these teams cave a little bit. All right, so we got a bunch of other stories. Shedeur Sanders getting his first start. This is the weirdest one of them all to me. There is 6, and I know they got some guys banged up. And by the way, the other part is, how do so many guys get hurt, or arms, or anything else in 2 weeks of practice before you even get to a preseason game? They got 6 under contract right now. Shedeur Sanders gets a start. Does he have any chance? I hear everybody going to Shedeur, if you play well, this is your chance to be the starter. Do you think that's the case?
Well, I think it is, just because there's no clear alternative. And if for some reason he goes out there with limited reps, he's the 4th guy in, he's not getting the opportunities that he should have gotten, as he would have gotten if he had been, the 3rd guy on the depth chart somewhere. And if he goes out and plays well under these circumstances, how do you not take him seriously? The fans will start to get behind him, and it really is a great opportunity. I've seen that people like RG3 are suggesting the Browns set him up to fail. Well, do you really think the Browns want him to fail? Like, they didn't have to draft him.
Right.
If you draft the guy, you presumably want him to succeed.
100%.
Even if that only means you trade him and you upgrade the 5th-round pick that you got for him. They just don't have any warm, healthy bodies other than Joe Flacco, and they don't want to injure Joe Flacco. And, Joe, something you said earlier, I hadn't thought of this, but you got 2 of these quarterbacks in the competition, Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, with hamstring injuries. You had Shedeur Sanders with some shoulder tightness. It could just be, when you're getting limited reps in a 4-man competition, you go out there and you try a little harder than you should, and you get yourself injured. Yeah. I mean, quarterbacks getting hamstring injuries, what the hell is that? It's a guy pushing too hard and trying too hard because he feels that urgency every practice to try to stand out, because you've got to find a way to get noticed in this cluster of quarterbacks. It is now up to 6. And when it's going to get very interesting, Joe, for the Browns, when Deshaun Watson shows up with a piece of paper saying he's cleared to practice. Because they're going to have to put him on the roster, or they're going to have to cut him. And if they cut him, they're going to take a cap charge next year of $131 million.
How about he sits there in those meetings and he knows, and his agent knows, they want nothing to do with him. They wish he would go away. They wish something else would come out where they could suspend him and not have to pay him another dime of that guaranteed money. And they're stuck. And he's going, no, I want to play.
Here's how they made it worse. Jimmy Haslam came out in March and said, boy, that really was a swing and a miss for us. Yeah. So now, a guy who's been kind of lost the last 5 years, he didn't play in 2021. He had all of the lawsuits filed against him. He gets traded. There's huge expectations. He never even begins to live up to them. And he's just kind of like in limbo. Well, now the owner of the team basically says, yeah, we really screwed that up. You've got a villain that you can point to if you're Deshaun Watson. You've got a reason. You got a purpose. You're Rocky pushing up the bar yelling Creed he's got the incentive now, right?
Yes.
And he wants to stick it to Jimmy Haslam. And I've had people argue with me, oh, he wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't he do that? Well, deal with me. Here I am. I'm healthy. Put me under center, put me on the roster, or cut me. I want to play football. And if he's healthy, look at the guys they currently have. If he's healthy, is he that much worse of an option than the guys they have right now?
No, he's not. It's just the image thing of, when you're bad, when you're really good, people forgive him for things in the past. But now, oh my God, you're bad. And what happened? Now you're like the worst thing to happen to Cleveland. Yes, I'm for sure. Hey, I got to ask you, the other great story, man, this Travis Hunter story, and his coach comes out on NFL Network and says, hey, man, I think he's got a chance to be Rookie of the Year on both sides of the ball. I can't wait to see the breakdown of how they're going to use Travis. We just are not used to seeing this, where he's going to play, crucial situations on 3rd and long offensively and 2nd and 3rd and long at the end of games when teams are trying to pass the ball and get back in. I'm really curious how they're going to break down his snaps.
There are so many issues to this. And if he was playing for higher profile team than the Jaguars, it would probably be a much bigger story heading into the season. But when the head coach says it's possible that he's going to be offensive and defensive rookie of the year, well, you don't win those awards by being a part-time player. So they're telling us what they plan to do. They plan to use this guy. When they traded up from number 5 to number 2 to get him, the GM of the team's attitude was basically, we're getting 2 players for the price of 1. So they're going to use this guy. And it raises all sorts of issues, from how ready will he be when it's time to run a play. And we were in Canton. Sims and I were talking about some of this on PFC Live this week, but we had one of the production meetings for the pregame show, and there was going to be a segment with a discussion about Travis Hunter, but they ran out of time. But Jason Garrett was talking about when he was with the Cowboys as a player, and Deion Sanders was playing offense. Right. You know, Troy Aikman's like, I'm not telling this guy what his assignment is after every huddle breaks. You know, he's got to know the plays.
Right.
So you're going to have quarterbacks like that just refuse to deal with a receiver who has to be told every snap, oh, you run a 7 route here. And that's part of it. The physical side of it. Travis Kelce suggested a few weeks ago that teams, when he's playing defense, will just run him deep and wear him out. And then there's the other thing, too. If he's going to be playing in the slot, which I think that's probably where they'll put him, on a running player, you're going to have a tight end try to, test him a little bit, give him a shot. He's superstar, Travis Hunter, the unicorn he's being called now. Yeah, and you just, the problem is this. You double the physical toll. You double the physical risk. Every snap, every play, there's a chance you're going to injure something. If you are doubling your workload, you are doubling the risk that you're going to have that injury that's going to knock you out. That's the challenge for Travis Hunter. And I love it because it's so different. But at the end of the day, same human body made of the same bones and ligaments and muscles and tendons. And you double your workload, you are doubling your risk that inevitably you're going to get injured.
Yes. I'm with you on that. Hey, by the way, before I let you go, we've had some guys from NFL Network on this week. Matter of fact, Brian Baldinger was on with us earlier. You've had some great stuff on this ESPN and NFL Network merger that's done or going to be done here real soon. What happens to a lot of those people, well, the people that are left at NFL Network? Do they find a home for those guys? What happens? Do they add them onto the ESPN group, or you see them saving a few bucks and bringing this thing together?
Hey, this is the phase of the relationship where everyone is going to say, nothing's going to change. Everything's going to stay the same. This is good for everyone. This is good for fans. This is good for consumers. This is good for the employees. But you know how it's going to go. They're going to have duplication of effort. You're going to have economies of scale. You're going to have ways to save money by combining and consolidating operations. And that's going to be part of the tension. And Joe, we've known this is coming for a while. Like, it was on the brink of being done last May 2024, and then it fell apart, and now it's finally done. But for ESPN to give 10% of its total equity to the NFL, for the league to own 1/10 of a broadcast partner, I'm wondering when we're going to hear that the NFL owns 10% of Fox. The NFL owns 10% of Comcast, the parent company to my employer, NBC. NFL getting a chunk of Amazon. Like, is this the new wave for the NFL? Wow. Let's not just be in business with these broadcast companies. Let's own a piece of these companies that are broadcasting our content, and they know how to do it right. That's one of the problems. The NFL never knew how to do it right. So let's take ownership in a company that knows how to do it right, and we'll grow as they grow, and we'll help them grow with our product. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the way this ball is moving, which means I'll be moving to the status of unemployed when that happens.
Mike, oh, you're too funny. Hey, Mike, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. A lot of great stuff. Appreciate it on Pro Football Talk.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, Mike Florio joining us. We're all going to be unemployed when this is all said and done. Hey, we got a lot more stuff to get to when we come back. Charles Davis, NFL on CBS, going to join us. Stay with us.
This hurricane season, keep it on AM 560 Sports.